Okay, so we're up to session number 25. So this is the Wrath of the Immortals Wednesday group. And in this group we have, here at the moment, Stefan, who is playing Raya.
Yep.
And describe Raya for those of us who don't know.
Raya is a ladron, currently in kind of an autumny aspect, kind of orangey. Very much has an interest in finding out more about the world and its different religions and different magics and things, but prefers to be a bit cautious with it where necessary. Yeah, I think that's about it.
And what is Raya's biggest phobia?
His biggest phobia is probably mucking up so much that he gets seen as an imbecile for whatever he specialises in.
Okay, so time to make more notes.
He's a bit prideful in terms of his capacity.
Okay, so then we get to Jeremy.
Playing Dimitri, who is a wizard rogue, but actually is a Kaldaran, coming from an area of the land which definitely opposes arcane magic, and he's scared of arcane magic. He tends to present the face of just being a sage or scribe, willing to provide services as he wanders around from place to place.
Luckily he's not a goblin, because then he'd be stealing words out of people's heads. And yes, having said that, whilst he's happy to help out in that situation, he's also more than happy to help provide people with the words that they think they should use, or that he thinks they should use, and those words should always have at least 17 syllables if possible. And what is Dimitri's greatest fear?
Well,
Not enough syllables.
unlike Raya, it says that Dimitri has no concern about being seen as a fool, because he knows that could never happen. But at the moment, I say, it's just like any. He's still grown up from peasant stock of Caldara, so naturally he fears the werewolves and vampires that are obviously out and about in the woods.
Yeah.
He always carries his clothes of garlic and his silver.
And you wear your garlic perfume?
He doesn't actually wear the string of garlic anymore, but he has it available if you need it.
I have 10 steaks. Well, STAK.
And then we have Martin.
Oh, yeah, so I'm playing a character called, at the moment, he's called Chum. His background is a gladiator in the Thaetian lands, and I guess he's adventuring to make money for his family back home in the Bear Clan, and and probably make some more money to try and buy other Etrugan slaves out of their servitude.
And what is Chum's greatest fear?
Well, he's not afraid of being a fool. His first name was Faceplanter. He was an expert at pratfalls in the gladiatorial arena rather than actually fighting.
What about his other nickname?
That was Eye Candy. So that's his appearance. He's got him his freedom by being identified by an Etrugan princess. So that's how he got his freedom. He also has 10 steaks ready for vampires.
He eats them occasionally.
Sorry?
And he eats them occasionally.
Yeah, I don't...
You're just referring to cooking steaks, not putting holes in things steaks.
No, homophones are fun. Yep.
And obviously his greatest fear would be losing his boots.
Yes, his greatest fear is that his slippers will come off again. His slippers is very special to him.
Well, they make you know when they're hungry.
That's right. Well, I mean, they're moccasins. So yeah, I mean, a Trugan are a American Indian analog. So
No, it's not a Trugan make.
what?
The slippers are not a Trugan make. The Trugan do not make slippers of spider climb.
Oh, okay, all right. Sorry.
He's put a bit of
Too
fur.
much flavour.
He's put a bit of fur inking. He folds the top down and put a bit of fur inking over the top, make them look like moccasins.
Fair enough.
So okay, I can actually come up with the description that we had done for it when we put them together. Just so you've got it down again.
Oh, he's just trying to be historically accurate
Remember his homeland.
in his clothing, but obviously he's got it wrong. I'd written, while wearing these light shoes, moccasins, you can move up and down and across vertical surfaces and upside down along ceilings while leaving your hands free. But maybe,
It does have them noted down as being made by humans.
Oh,
I'm not unreasonable to make
They
that.
are made by
I don't know what Daraconians are.
So the people of Darakan, one of your tribal enemies.
Oh, okay. There you go. But so okay. So
So
tribal enemies
You've taken the boots off
or nation
fallen foe.
enemies. A Daracans?
Darakan.
Or is Darak the name of the country?
Darakan
No,
is the name
Darakan.
of it.
Darakan.
Of course, the name of the capital city.
Okay. So Darakan.
And Darakan City are in the same, one's inside the other. Unlike Vatican and Vatican City, well, they're pretty much the same thing.
That is a handy location.
Okay, so we have a
As distinct
Skype
from
person,
Kansas City.
so I'm going to put it on mute while I get Skype person in.
So, sorry. Fantastic. Hey guys. Terribly sorry I'm late. I checked into my hotel 5 minutes ago. Ah, fuck that guy. Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, we're now back live again, and David has joined us. And David is playing Playman, who we will now describe.
Hello, my friends. I am Plumman. I am a very angry but slightly disenfranchised Ethengarian who likes horses and murder.
Oh, Derek.
Yep. And I believe everyone understands how frustrating it is for you to convert people instead of murder them. So what is your character's greatest fear?
I do not like paperwork at all.
You do not like working?
Paperwork.
Right.
Wait, hang on. Was that this character or the other character?
That was the other character.
That was the other character. Sorry. But what is my greatest fear? That is actually a really good question. Probably being incapacitated and not able to fight.
In fact, Cum was. Did Cum do the light now?
Okay, so there's no reason I'm asking these questions at the start of the story.
The three big.
No, that's fine. That's
Yeah.
concerning, but
So you probably would have.
That's okay. Well, it is a Christmas sort of thing, and what you're missing is all the flashing lights around the room.
Could actually talk to the team directly, didn't you?
Hey, do I hear a Jeremy?
Yes, you do hear a Jeremy. So, talking over you at the moment, we have Jeremy and Martin.
Sorry.
Because basically the microphone he hears from is the one just there between us.
Right.
So he's as close to you, which is actually pointing towards you, and will pick you up better than he will pick me up.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Apologies.
Yeah, have you got video? I'm just setting up now.
That's okay. I've been talking to people about having a few players talking while other players are talking. And it becomes very hard to hear different people when someone is talking over you. And
Yeah. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, it was basically illustrated quite heavily last night, where I actually had to pause and wait for people to finish their side conversation just so I could hear the player who was actually talking.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
So it was just trying to point out to people that we do it by accident, but and there's nothing really wrong with it as long as it doesn't happen constantly.
Yeah.
Okay. So how are you feeling?
I am flat out, absolutely flat out.
Lying on bed at the hotel room.
The hotel room. It's not a great one, if I'm perfectly honest, but it'll do.
Could be worse.
Yeah, look, I definitely have had worse, but the worst of it being I'm in Sydney. But what can you do?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, at least you're working, which is always a good thing.
Exactly right. That's exactly right.
So you'll be able to watch back later and see all the flashing lights and see what you missed. Plus the donuts on offer.
Absolutely. Oh man.
Yeah, we got some from the bakery in Gungahlin that was robbed, and Ariadne decided to give them some local support.
Yeah, nice. That's really cool.
Well, considering they support the hiring of disabled staff to man the bakery.
No way.
And it was basically such a nice thing, and it was such a crappy thing for a group of people to go and almost ruin their day.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, so what you've just missed is I was describing to people before the game started about giving an update of the setting and how some of the things are working.
Yep.
Chum may be retiring soon.
No, Chum's in.
I mean, not today, but you may be retiring and coming back as someone else next year.
No, it's the other guy.
The other guy?
The Professor.
The Professor.
It's just a replacement character for that group.
Yep. Oh, the
Don't be
elf.
too sure that other group survives because they did start an apocalypse.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
It's going to be up to the players how messed up they want to be if they want to play those characters surviving the war.
Ah, sorry.
And if you did want to play the Professor might actually be a little different because we can talk about that in between because he may have turned.
Yeah, that's what I meant. That I was happy for the Professor to become an NPC villain, and then I was just making up a new character as a backup. But very happy with Chum.
But also that second party was mainly designed at that point in time when the elves had to go separately. So if they failed in their mission, then there's no requirement for that party to continue.
No worries, then I'll leave it at that then.
So, as we continue, you are in the dungeon area. You just witnessed Bradshaw doing probably the worst act of self-sabotage you've seen him do so far, where he managed to slice off his own tongue after sticking it in a vice and getting tripped.
What was really impressive though was he sliced it off with a hammer.
Yep, he sliced it off with a hammer.
It was really good.
And so we had the discussion about how we got to that point. And so pretty much it was the heroes had been frustrated at the fact they couldn't take a ship out to the Storm Giants Island because it no longer exists. And that the current quest they have now is exploring a ruins that they found 3 years ago, and the last 2 years of adventuring parties have gone missing exploring. So they decided to send the Heroes of the Realm, which you guys have just reached, in to go and investigate.
Mm-hmm. So where is this location?
So this is, if you head up the Duke's Road to Radlib Keep, and then head north for a day, in there. So at the very edges of Elven Forest, whereas they live more to the other side of that forest.
Yep, happy with that. So.
And so it was an interesting trip for them. The guardsmen were very nice and polite, mostly. But hey, racism exists here and there.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it's deserved, sometimes it's not. And you didn't meet any elves whatsoever in an elven wood.
Well,
You took one with you.
they're busy.
Well, you took an Eladrin with you.
Yep. So, yeah. But the so those guys got off ahead of Dimitri a little bit to arrive at the castle prior to Dimitri.
So the first group who went in, because you went in waves, was a Minotaur with the Alk variant instead of the Bull variant.
Yep.
And he went in with Chum and with Playman, and who else went in?
Emrys, Lil Miss and...
I don't think Little Miss went in on that one.
Okay,
so
I just
let's see.
looked
Nasty Stump. Or even the
Nasty
So
Stump.
it was Zarin, Playman, Chum and Bradshaw went in on the first run.
Okay.
And then Raya showed up later, showing other people where they were going.
Someone drop off.
Are you back, David?
yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I was just switching things.
That's okay. And we have a Mark who's arrived.
Good evening.
And so they set about exploring. They found a room, and then it took them quite a long while to actually get to the exploring, and Raya shows up. And then they get far more exploring done now that Raya showed up, because obviously they needed an Eladrin to show them how to explore.
Right. Provide direction.
Considering most of them like, what's magic? So, you know.
Some in the backyard?
Yeah, I read.
Okay, cool.
And then after that, they had found a few magical things, found a room with a teleportation trap, and then Bradshaw decided to try to stick part of the crystal in his mouth, but that wouldn't work. He started licking it. And then because the player was an hour late the next session, it spent an hour in-game play licking the statue.
Fair enough.
Because basically he was doing the last action he was doing until he turned up.
Yep.
So, David, you might want to not use video because bandwidth's not so great here. Hello?
Plus you have ugly mug.
And you just confirmed the exact reason.
Okay, so I'm going to pause it now while I try
Plus
to
I've
fix
lost
this.
my tongue, so I can't talk.
Sorry guys, my laptop's having a sec. Oh, hang on. There we go. Hey, sorry about that. My computer decided to have a sook. Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so now back again, and we have Mark.
Yes. Oh, sorry. I can't talk at the moment.
Well, you can talk but not in character.
Okay. Out of character. Hello, how you going? In character. That's the best you're going to get out of me.
Yes,
How can I
you're going to
tell?
have to learn another language.
I haven't got my chalk. It's just sketchy here today, so I've got to bring it today.
Cool. I'm sure we can teach you hand signals.
Okay, so we then they did a bit of exploring. They managed to find a group of kobolds, which Playman then converted to brokers.
God damn it.
Well, if they roll a 1 on their attempt to resist conversion, I believe they convert on the spot.
You're very persuasive.
But I'm not! what?
A true believer.
Out of character? Yes, you are. In character? Ha 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 ha.
It's at that point that they then did a further exploration, managed to find a room full of tools, in which point the loss of tongue incident happened. No one regrets anything.
But no one discusses any
Not
further.
the responsibility.
No one discusses it any further either.
No.
And then we ended up having a couple of characters heading to look after the horses outside, and swapping out with Dimitri, who
Dimitri arrived and was just decided, I wonder how long it's going to be. So he set himself up with a bit of camp and thinking, oh, we're obviously coming back here shortly, so we'll wait and see. And
I would assume that you were the one who was looking after the horses while they were there.
And the goat. Don't forget the goat. Most important character to help.
Yeah, no.
So is that all fixed this time?
You misheard the statement. Dimitri was looking after horses.
Oh, sorry.
He didn't forget the goat.
I didn't bring the line there. And 8 intelligence, if you understand this, yeah.
So David, is it working again?
Yeah, we're all good, thank you.
Okay. So yes, they we left it at that point, and then we continue with Jeremy showing up, just seeing if that was. No.
So what room? What's the shape of the room we're in?
Okay, so I'm imagining that you went back to the entrance at this stage if you were sending people out to look after the horses.
Okay, so we managed to find the exit.
Gone, so.
Cool.
You actually finished the last session not far from the exit.
Awesome. So do we feel like we've mapped out a lot of the dungeon, or just a little bit of it, or?
Well, there are a lot of branches you haven't taken.
All right.
So from the main intersection, you went north only.
Okay. What were
And
the other
you didn't
options?
explore everything in that area. Okay, so
Is there a map?
well, there is a map, but it's the GM map.
Oh.
And if I show you the GM map like that, you went up here, around here, down
Same as you.
down this way,
Okay.
So yeah,
through here,
there's
in
some
here,
areas
out
looked at.
here, around here,
Oh, they're all, but I.
Yeah.
down into
Same as
this
you.
area here. And you managed to work all your way down here back to there, and then I think the workroom you went into is.
What are you talking about?
So that was the kitchen you started in. The workroom is this one up here.
All right.
So you've pretty much done the top area.
All right. Well, let's go east or west. What do you reckon? Left or right?
You took a wrong turn right from the start.
Where,
Left is always right.
I think we were trying to turn left at every opportunity, but
You missed the very first one.
we
Well, you didn't do
failed.
the first left.
All right. Well, let's go back and take the first left.
Okay.
So, did you guys have
Rachel.
having come back, did you need a rest before you actually go down again or anything like that?
You can spend a day getting a full rest and having your spellcasters recover spells.
Did we use it?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what stage people are at.
Did we?
I'm happy to take a long rest.
I can't remember because I got halfway the last session too, so I can't remember.
And that way everyone is at the same thing.
Okay, we'll do that just to be.
All right.
And a chance to catch up and let your party member who
rest in
hadn't
the same
been
room
here
as the
who's now here.
goblins?
No.
Because that'd be funny.
And while we're doing that, we'll get Mark to describe Bradshaw.
As a player, so describing his character as opposed to the character he's got.
As a character, I can describe it. As a player, I can't. You see this dwarf who hasn't got a tongue. Don't know how that happened. Just some magical incident that happened from birth, maybe. No, this is Bradshaw. He's a dwarven warrior from the Tolkrest clan. He's on a he's on a mission from his clan to find out what is happening to the world at the moment. They feel there's something not quite right. So.
To throw away as many hammocks as he can.
While he says that, he ignores Dimitri and just goes, shows the hand. But he's, he believes he's getting to understand the world a bit now. So, consider his little, poor dwarven, where we hate everything but dwarves, dwarves? Yeah. So I was like, yeah. So he's kind of learned to see the world in a bigger.
And the next question will be, what is Bradshaw's greatest fear?
He points to his helmet and the slit in his helmet. And he looks at Dimitri too when he says that, yeah.
Dimitri quickly puts behind his back the dagger that he drew quickly.
Here's the weapon, says, he's evil, kill him.
Well, they'll probably say he's a wizard, kill him.
It'll work in
So
Jolnar.
you were saying about the blood thing, so I'm still down 1 hit point after the long rest? No worries.
Yeah, you can only recover that if you go, if the syllables
24
go 24
hours
hours
Activating you.
past the activation, when the activation drops, and then start a long rest. You have to start your long rest after the activation is finished.
No worries.
It is one of those limitations on certain items when you make them thirsty.
Gotcha.
It's one of those, it makes it a, do I really want to activate this moment? And being only 1 hit point doesn't make a difference until it just keeps coming and coming.
No worries.
Okay, so, and what was the reason we got sent here for the clearing the...
It was asked to be explored because it's an ancient Troldar ruin that predates the Troldaran.
Okay.
So the people who were before they became Troldaran.
Yep. Okay, so obviously, so during the rest then, Dimitri will be very interested to hear what you found so far.
And they are from the time of Halad and his people.
Yep. Okay.
And it had only been discovered recently, about 3 years ago.
So maybe that's why Dimitri got delayed. He had to make a detour, actually, to collect his reference materials and source books before arriving at this place.
So they have seen things in writings they haven't understood at times. Okay, so
yeah, so what have you found so far in there?
they found a library which they ignored.
Okay.
They
No, not everyone ignored it. One of our characters did.
Yeah, the other wizard.
Yes.
We decided to keep some.
Majority of the melee characters ignored it. But
I was about to say that Bradshaw suggested that not everyone ignored it. Some people didn't. I was thinking, you mean Bradshaw paid attention, i.e. he stopped in the Dark Portal Library and took advantage of the convenient leaks of...
Well, we thought some of the scrolls and things like we can't actually read the language, so...
and they were considering burning the place down.
Oh.
That had been mentioned.
It had been mentioned, but yeah.
And then they found a unique magical item, a variant on the bag that you pull animals out of.
Oh yes, bag of tricks.
But it was so dangerous they decided to stab it with a trident because it created rats and more rats.
and weasels.
And a
Weasel?
badger as well.
Badger, yeah.
Yes. The bag of vermin.
So
That's the bag of tricks.
it was still a bag of tricks. It was just a variant of the bag of tricks.
Okay, I'll put so I've heard of one that was specifically more of that
It could
small
be-
mammal vermin type.
You could have done other animals, but you had to roll for every animal that came out. And they kept putting it in people's hands. Here, have this furry ball. Poof. And luckily they got the smaller, the tiny animals instead of the large animals. Because it's like, here, have this little furry ball, and poof, rhino.
Right.
If Brad could talk, he'd say it was evil. So.
And the animals would have obeyed whoever had summoned them if they had given them any instructions.
Still
But
evil.
they never actually did anything about it.
Okay.
What's that magic stuff? You don't like it.
Not like it.
Okay. Well,
Can't smash it. Smash. Bash.
Dimitri will certainly be interested in returning to the library at some point, but happy to understand that we may look at other areas first.
Okay, so taking the first left.
Comes up from that because I really need you at the time.
You start heading back toward, from the main passageway, which is a long passageway, you start heading back towards the entrance. Paralleling
Right, turn left and then it turned left again immediately or shortly thereafter. Yep.
And about 60 feet down, you find a alcove with eye holes allowing you to look into the passageway.
6 feet down, so there were some spy holes from the
Into-
corridor we're in to look
To
into...
the main passageway.
Oh, okay, so it did actually just double back on itself. seemingly. Like we were
And
walking down.
and it continues down past this.
Okay.
But as you're coming past, because the main passageway is about 120 or more feet long.
Yep.
So at about 60 feet, it doubles back, and you can see through it, and you can actually see that there's a handle, so you can actually pull the paneling back and step into the corridor.
Okay.
But the doorway is not visible from the other side.
Yep. Is it actually a two-way door, or is it only a one-way door? Yep.
You think if the door shuts, it can't be open from this side.
It would be a long walk to go, run back around and get back to you. Okay.
Basically, it's the perfect sort of hole.
Yep. So, do we need light and stuff down here at the moment?
Yes.
Is this the first floor of the castle, or is it a dungeon floor?
This is a dungeon,
Right.
and cut into the side of a cliff face,
Okay.
and it's overgrown, and it's.
So, what's the remnants of castle left?
Not that you can see.
Right.
Most people didn't have a good look because this whole area has gone regrown, as it's been over 500 years since this was known.
Well, Dimitri will certainly take the opportunity to have a look around the outside while we're waiting for people to come back up again. So.
Give me a perception roll,
please. 24.
Okay, you do see that there is in the underbrush above the cliff face, so up above to the left of the entrance is a tower that is obscured it's covered in vines.
Okay.
It still looks intact,
But it's potentially the only part that's intact from a castle that might have been here at one stage. Yep. Okay.
You don't think there actually was a castle here. You think it was a tower built out of the dungeon itself.
Yep. Okay.
So they had an underground complex which made it harder to be found.
Yep. But they had a tower to provide a watch around the surrounding area. Okay. Well.
And from what you could see, there was no entrance on the outside unless you went up and examined closely, which you didn't want to do.
Not the time I had there. No, that's fine. Happy with that. And there's a fair chance they might not have had entries from the outside. They might have only had exits, if they had anything. Okay, so we've gone down the corridor, back down itself. We've discovered a peephole into the corridor and a passageway back, a doorway back into it again.
Yep. And then if you continue past that peephole, you can it continues on as far as your sight goes.
Okay. Well,
with a light spell at least.
Well, I was going to say, so do we have who needs light?
Dwarf on, okay.
I have goggles of night, but they make a lot of noise.
Probably just elf as well.
So you wanted to give theme music on?
But it says a loud noise. I don't know how long you want me to go for.
It depends on. Is it made by?
But maybe we do think it's a torch. So the dwarf can see in the dark. The elf can see in the dark. You have goggles of night, and I have goggles of night. We're good.
We don't actually need
Shum's goggles of night are gnomish, and get the sound and the sounds of gears grinding.
Gears grinding
causes disadvantage on any sound-related checks, and can be heard out easily to 60 feet.
Yeah.
So it basically starts doing that whirling sort of gear grinding noise.
All right. But if Playman can't see in the dark, then we'll just have to use some light, in which everyone can see us within 60 feet anyway.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Whereas
Jeremy's
one has a strong hollow clan rune on it, and is not noisy.
No.
Good to know.
I've got they haven't speak Gnomish that I already spoke.
Do you have the light cantrip?
Okay. Light cantrip.
I believe our sorcerer friend does. Oh, wizard? Sorcerer. I got it.
They're all wizards.
No.
There's 3 wizards. There's 2 wizards this week.
I got trouble last week because I called him instead of sorcerer.
No, just persist.
I know. I just got it copped in Facebook this week.
What? Did you?
Yeah, I was talking to him. So, so back to the game, but we'll put a light. I'll carry a torch up.
So precious.
Dimitri doesn't use light anymore, so he doesn't carry torches. He doesn't have the light.
There's another light cantrip.
Well, not that he'd use it anyway, because that would be obvious magic that he'd avoid using.
Right. Does Rhea have have the light cantrip?
I will check for you in just a moment.
He's a real wizard.
It might have the opposite. Might have the heavy cantrip.
No, I do not.
You could have the cantrip
I
of
use this
puns.
amazing invention called a torch.
All right.
Well, when he asked Dimitri, he had I was going to light a
Do you
torch
have-
between, but then I realised that he doesn't carry
I'm
torches
surprised
anymore.
this group can use, seeing as the height of someone's engineering was a spork.
Yeah. Okay, so if you've got a torch and you're our source of light, all good.
I'm about to say something, but I can't.
Let's
and
go.
I just let you go. Just the glare like that. Yeah, okay, whatever. Yeah.
Okay, so you continue south. And
We? Oh, yeah, carry on.
And you come across a door that leads into a further passage.
All right.
Like so, it leads
Do you have a
into like
question?
We've got a dwarven key.
Well, you don't open the
like
door.
so the door. We come to a dead end with the door. Effectively. Yep. Okay.
I'll put a hand up.
I'll listen at the door.
Oh, okay.
You can put your hand up. I'm happy with that. I'll just listen at the door.
I know.
You can talk
You
really
can open it while he's listening.
Somebody give him a high five. He's obviously wants one.
It's got me a long night.
So you get the feeling of a light touch from an elf. You don't even really notice it that much.
Who's an elf? Oh, that elf.
He's an Eladrin.
You said he was going to high five him.
I get a
No,
pencil.
I said somebody should.
Can I grab a pencil? I'm gonna pretend to write a blacklist.
Right.
Come on.
He's going to be a bit racist.
You kind of suggest
An
that.
elf list.
You kind of suggest that
Blacklist and
right.
whitelist.
And I'll just look over and go, okay. And I put a.
Has he got anything to write with? Or write on?
I've
I
got.
don't
Yeah,
know.
I've given everyone a piece of
I've
chalk.
got a journal, so
Everyone's got a piece of chalk.
I've got a journal because I do actually have to write letters. So.
Yeah, and you can write messages on the wall in your
And I'll
chalk.
just go. And go. I'm just sitting back and watching now.
Okay, so yes, you're listening to the scroll of people writing behind you. You don't hear anything on the other side of the
Don't hear
door.
anything on the other side of the door?
Have you opened it?
I will.
And the unhappy noises from Bradshaw.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I'll do it. Although you can probably hear. So, would you like to open the door, Bradshaw?
I just pointed at these two elves because they didn't want me to open the door. They just
Who's an
ignored
elf?
me.
Are you an elf?
I'm a human.
Yeah.
He has this racial blindness when it comes to humans.
All right. So, okay. Anyone who can cast spells is a wizard to me, and anyone who's not a human or a dwarf
Is an
is an
elf.
elf.
No, anyone who's not a dwarf.
Right.
Okay.
I don't think he hasn't called me an elf.
Hello.
Yeah.
Wait.
I fist pump you on the way past, and I go fist pump, and then I just go. And I'll open the door.
It came to the sort of thing that Dimitri is not unhappy to hear that Bradshaw can't talk.
Can you guys do message or telepathy? Oh, I guess it doesn't help, isn't
No.
it? You can just talk to him.
They'll just talk over me now.
Okay, so Bradshaw opens the door and sees a passage continue on further south, almost back to the entrance into the cliff face itself.
Sorry, guys, you're just going to get me calling in from my phone.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Right, as Dimitri was about to confirm that the door was going to be safe to open, after the Dimitri was open,
I believe it's safe
Dimitri's
to open.
leading you forward.
and Rachel goes.
No, okay.
No.
Are you back again?
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll go like this for a couple of minutes, and then I'll go. Okay. And I'll walk through.
Obviously, you weren't willing to wait for me, so therefore you have to go first.
So I'll go first. I'll walk through.
Okay, you walk down, you get about 40 feet, and then it turns to the right. You're thinking you're not very far from the actual entrance wall. There's probably about another 10 to 20 feet of rock in front of you to go outside of this complex. So this really long passage that you went down to get in, you've now walked all the way back.
Double back the whole way.
Right next to it.
We're making
Turn away
progress.
from it.
Okay.
You still there, David? Hello? connection being advertised to our player not there.
I thought he was going to get on the phone,
I think he did.
but maybe he's talking on the phone.
Yeah, sorry guys, I'm just getting something from downstairs at the moment.
That's okay. We just had a poor connection pop up and noises from
Yeah, I had to go. I'm just going into the elevator.
Okay.
And settle up again.
Okay, so you step around the corner and you see the passageway continues on, and about 40 feet down the passageway you see a door on the right. And it continues on past that.
I will point to Dimitri and go.
As we get up to the door, I'm assuming that Rachel's going to keep walking, but I'm going to
No,
stop at the door.
Rachel stops and we'll wait this time.
So, listen at the door, see if I can hear anything.
Okay, apparently you're hearing a lot of buzzing.
Okay. Is there any evidence of usage in this passage like that, what we went through?
Yep, there is evidence of usage.
Okay.
Give me a nature check.
Sorry?
Give me a nature check.
Nature.
Or survival. Make it survival.
Survival.
That sounds like a good check.
Can others roll survival?
15.
Depends on how many people are following, because Rachel's already walked through most of it.
Okay, all right.
And,
Okay, 15.
and we had Dimitri coming up behind.
I'll defer to Dimitri.
Looking down at there, you think that they look like they are clawed, small-sized creatures.
Okay.
Like
We
the
already said we had
kobold?
kobolds in the
Could
area.
quite easily be kobolds,
Okay.
but none huge experience with them.
I will.
Do kobolds often make a buzzing noise?
Not usually.
Alright.
I'm going to check for taps on the door to see if I can see any evidence of kobold activity. 27.
Nice.
Okay. There are some traps here.
There are some traps.
You see at least two.
Okay. What kind of traps are we talking about?
Well, one of them is the handle itself.
Yeah.
Appears to be made out of paste.
Right. And the secondary trap?
Secondary trap is that where the hinges are is where the door actually opens. If you try to pull it the other way, you probably set something else off.
Yeah. Okay. In that case then, without making any statement or to anyone else, stuff, I'll take a look at them. Yep. And then push the door on the other side with the where the hinges are.
And it just opens normally from that side.
Yeah.
Which will probably confuse it.
Exactly, that's right. Demiki's perfectly happy to leave him in a state of confusion.
Best wizard ever.
You decided to ignore the hand.
Except for the other wizards.
I mentally talk to the hammer going, must be an elf thing.
And so, yeah, so through
Okay,
the
you
door on
find
the other
yourself
side.
in a T-intersection on the other side. You are at the base of, so it goes to the left, to the right, and in front.
Oh, okay, so it's yes. If there had been any passageway leading into it, it would have been a crossroads.
So
now-
all represents the crossroads.
Yeah. So now we've technically got 4 different ways we could go from here.
And we always go left.
We could be doubling back on ourselves again.
Would we? Have we walked that way before?
I'll put hand up.
Yeah?
I want to go right.
Okay, you can write it on the wall with your chalk if you like.
So we've gone up the corridor, we've turned back down, we've followed all the way down,
Right.
hit a door, went through the door, came
Into
down
Orvis
further,
Alright.
then we gone to a door on the left, was it?
So yeah, you basically you went up, you went over, you went down, found a door into the corridor up here,
Yep.
found a door that led you to go further here,
Yep.
went across because the entryway is about here,
Yep.
and so the door came up and it goes back the way you've just come, and it goes further in and it goes up,
Alright.
Yeah.
but also continues along that way.
Okay, yes.
underneath.
We'll
So
go.
you technically have
I will-
1, 2, 3, 4,
4 different ways to go, okay,
from
yes.
this point.
I'd be happy to then lead in the direction that would take us most directly back in the direction of the door, the original entranceway, just to make certain that we're not actually going, that's not another pathway into that kind of way. So,
Okay.
and it should also then close up on itself, so therefore we're more likely to finish off that loop.
I'm happy to follow the thief at a safe distance.
Okay.
I mean, the wizard, the guy. The human?
I will just stand there and just go,
He's still confused by the door opening.
That's right.
Because I've written in Dwarvish.
we go
That's
right.
right.
Yeah,
So yeah,
Bradshaw's right. Bradshaw's always right.
that's right. Can we?
so in that case, then, if Dimitri's now making the decision of which way we're going, okay, he's walking through the doorway
The trap
Going
finder.
right.
in the direction that would head us back towards the entrance.
Let's
Okay.
just follow the trap finder.
So it goes about 30 feet, then turns north towards the way you came in,
Okay.
and then it ends 20 feet past that with the door.
Okay.
And the door is not on the end; it's on the side.
Okay. And by being rough turned around underground type stuff, do I think we should be somewhere near the entranceway again at this stage?
No, you think this is not very far. So showing map because I'm very hard at
Okay.
now is you came in
Yep,
up here,
up
you
there.
went down here, found that secret door,
Yep.
went through here,
Ah.
came in here, came up there, and then you went this way to this room here.
Okay.
Oh,
What's
okay.
in the
right.
room?
Okay, yes, I had my mental
You
image was
open
different
the
from that.
walk-in?
So yes,
I'll wait for the trap
yeah.
finder.
Take a
Do you,
listen.
does
see
little
if I can hear
Miss
anything.
Stone Cunning want to do anything? Or?
Take a listen.
I'm
and
still
see if I
shocked
can
which
hear
way we're
anything.
going, so I'm still back at the.
Come on.
And I'm actually going, and I go,
No. He's tested the door handle now.
I'm still going,
I mean, it could be worse. He could have licked the door handle.
He
Except
could have.
he can't.
Okay, so just give me a second.
Alright,
to
lick a door
do
handle.
something. Got to do something for.
Christmas kangaroo.
Sure, a blow-up dragon. What, 1 meter wide?
Still?
That's all of me.
I know.
Quite a lot.
You won't be ever like her again, you're just the dragon.
Well, he was big just then.
perfect.
You haven't seen him. He looks great.
Okay, so yes, it's just had a need to light up some reindeer.
Fair enough too.
Well, I put them out there, but I didn't leave them on.
So yeah, so can I hear anything on the other side of this door?
Under this door. That I'll tell you in a moment when I get to back where we were. So this one here. Yes, you do hear stuff.
Oh, I do hear stuff.
Scratching.
Scratching. And screeching.
And a bit of nattering, but you don't quite sure what language it's saying.
Sure.
Can I get an idea of how many voices?
You're not quite sure, but there are a lot of different tones in there.
So certainly more than one or two. Right.
Give me a insight check.
20.
You had a question?
That's my best.
Okay, what's your insight check? Remember, this is the sound of giant rats.
Ah.
Which is why it sounds like a whole lot of voices in there.
Yep.
Which don't make any sense.
Not quite picking up the. If I listen carefully, though, I can almost make out the words. So,
And then it goes completely quiet.
yeah, well, so I wasn't actually making that statement in my head.
I know, but while you were on there,
That they could have picked up on news. That's right. Yeah. ROUSs. Multiple.
Rogues of unusual size.
Small elves.
We prepared.
Unfortunately, your electron fell asleep. Apparently, he's in the wrong season.
Yeah.
Season of the
Sleepy
Witch.
season.
I'll
Do
go
people-
over then.
Do people give any affirmatives or?
All right, are we going on 3, or is it 3 and then go?
I was going to open the door when you said you were ready.
Okay.
On 3 or after 3? Oh, sorry. I go 3 or.
We can be
I'm not
stealthy.
relying on Bradshaw being able to count to 3, so.
That is a fair comment. He did cut his own tongue off.
So, if people are prepared,
Yep.
I will push the door. The door opens inwards or outwards.
It opens inwards.
Okay.
With a screech.
I
Which
will,
I have over here.
I will push the door inwards and
Step to the side.
like with my back to the wall type stuff, so that then others can charge straight in.
So who wants to be fearless head first?
Yeah. What's in there? Can we see first?
How are you asking?
Lyman's in.
Okay, Playman rushes in because it might be his one chance to kill things before something talks to him.
They're probably not going to be converted.
I'm going to convert fucking rats, aren't I?
Yeah.
I told you exactly what was in there.
Well, once you have a druid who can talk with animals with a reliability, suddenly anything can be converted.
Do you have totems?
No.
Yes, it's me.
If anybody starts speaking radish, I am going to murder.
Yeah, well, that was the idea. Murder the rats quickly before they fall back.
Let's approach you some radish.
God damn.
Okay, so I'm gonna do an initiative.
Can somebody roll for me, please?
Okay.
Are you enraged?
I can.
Yes.
All right, I'll roll 2.
I got 10. Okay, you got 10.
You got maximum 20.
Okay.
Well, he wouldn't have started rage because you've been walking through corridors.
Yeah, he got raging at the. Well, admittedly though, he couldn't. Like I did say, "Are you ready? Are you prepared?"
Okay, then.
That
Okay,
could
we'll
be
give him
rage.
rage at that
Yeah.
point.
Well, because that's what we went through this last session.
Yeah. Raging doesn't take anything.
So I'll read out the
It's a
exact
free
ability.
Well, but okay, you certainly had the opportunity to rage if it's a case of it requiring an
Feral
action to do it.
instinct. Yeah. You can act normally on your first turn, but only if you enter your rage before doing anything else in that turn. But anyway, it doesn't require rage to get advantage. We just have advantage on initiative rolls.
Okay, there you go.
So he doesn't have to rage in order to get that.
He always has it, so yep.
Yeah.
Yes, in which case then he
Feral
doesn't
instinct.
enter rage for it.
No.
Unless
he wanted to.
Yeah.
There's the second part of feral instinct, but the first part doesn't rely on rage.
Okay.
Okay, so what was his initiative?
22 or whatever?
22.
21.
21.
What is everyone else's initiative?
14 for Dimitri.
Dimitri got a 14.
18 for Chum.
18 for Chum. That feral instinct really helps. What about Raya?
14.
14. And what about Bradshaw?
Out of character 17.
Out of character 17.
Why out of
One
character?
character to one.
Because he can talk out of character.
Well, it's not like in character. Like you don't say your initiative in character anyway.
I just had to put that.
Oh,
I thought it was enough.
So what I'm impressed
It is a
at,
nice touch.
what I like is
At least
the fact
somebody
that
understands, you know.
the
Been playing this for a whole week.
Yeah, planning this the whole
Well,
week.
a fortnight was going. I wanted to bring the extra sketch, but I couldn't bring it.
I've played characters that couldn't talk. They learn sign language, and I spent the whole day going like this at people.
Everyone then had to learn his sign language as he talked to
learn
him.
my sign language so they can talk.
All you got to do is wait for one of these wizards to learn the regenerate spell, and then we're all good.
So I'm glad to see that you all paid attention then, and you were ready, so that when I opened the door as the last
Yeah.
person initiative, you were ready for
We all got our initiative. Yeah.
Exactly.
Bring the pain.
Okay, so Playman, you rush in. And it's actually quite good that you got the highest initiative, so you rushing in made sense. So you get a description of a long, narrow room, apparently served as some kind of auditorium or meeting area. There are 10 overturned wooden benches scattered around the room, making it dangerous terrain, about 15 feet in length. A large stone slab in the north end of the room serves as some sort of stage, rising 10 inches off the floor to accommodate any speakers, and place them in full view of anyone sitting down. On the north wall are 4 decorative cloth banners of red, green, blue and yellow, though they are now deteriorated and rotting. And you can see lots of little red eyes glowing in the light looking at you.
Well, that's unpleasant.
Just checking something on that description, Martin. You're saying dangerous terrain or difficult terrain?
Difficult terrain. Meaning it costs
Double
twice your
movement to get
movement
through, yeah.
to move around.
Unless
Unless
you-
you have something that allows you to move through dangerous terrain without issue. Well, difficult terrain without issue.
Like probably
how
attuned
far-
boots of Elvenkind. Or boots
We
of
describe-
Possibly.
Could you please say that again, David?
Did we describe an enemy then? Sorry, I missed out on part
Yeah,
of
the
the
rat.
description.
You have
How far away are the rats?
the rats are within. Let's see. Okay, so there are a couple within 10 feet of the door, and a lot of them are going up to 60 feet from the door.
Or rather, Dimitri warned you that there are ROUSs on the other side. Without explaining any further.
Right, that's weird. Okay, anyway.
I point to a barbarian friend and shape pointy ears.
I will approach-
I point at Dimitri.
Cryptic wizards are cryptic.
It's a similar saying, he's an elf.
Yeah,
If you want to do cryptic, you can write and produce.
And because you've rushed in without any light source, you don't get a great view of the area. But you can see the eyes. The eyes are reflecting back.
Okay, does... Oh, Jesus Christ. Does... 13 hit.
A 13. Let's see. Where's the book? So I need to put it down right after I look something up.
Nice.
Okay, so a 13 does indeed hit.
Well, that's handy.
Oh, what's your damage? Oh, you're on. Go ahead.
So what damage are you doing?
19 damage.
Probably hurt a rat.
Okay, so there is a squelching sound.
Okay.
Probably won't feel a thing.
I think splat.
To the light, do the eyes go out? You can hit another one.
Sorry, a scorching sound?
Yeah, you killed it.
Go again.
Okay,
It's still got its eyes glowing in the light.
that's concerning. Next is...
So do you only have one attack or two attacks?
I honestly, my character, one for the moment,
He's
just
got
go...
two. Barbarians have two.
Like 7th level.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Alright.
So you wish to attack the same rat again that's staring at you?
No, I prefer not to. Is there another one next to it?
On the other side of you, yes.
Cool, let's attack him. 14 to hit.
Okay.
Probably going to hit.
You hit as well.
Awesome, 18 damage.
Okay, it makes another squelching sound as you hit it, and it's still staring at you.
That's still creepy. Next is...
Okay, I believe that's all you can do with your actions.
You can continue
Yeah,
moving.
correct. Yeah. Next is in next player.
Okay, so Chum.
I'll put my goggles down. And see what I can see.
Okay, so everyone hears the grinding noises of gears as you do that. Nomish make.
What do I see?
Which really must irritate Bradshaw a lot because he knows that's Nomish make.
Twice side.
Okay, so as you look in, you see that there are two bodies slumped with the. So I believe you used the trident. Have you, Clayman?
Yes.
Yeah. So the trident has stabbed down into two different rats that are just sort of sitting there, tongue out, staring.
Eyes crossed.
They
But still
did?
glowing.
They seem to be dead. They're not moving. Well, their eyes are still glowing in the light.
How high is the roof?
The roof is about, probably say about 7 to 8 feet tall.
Oh, okay. So it's not worth
It was
running
built
on.
for Darwin.
Mainly because you've got a lot of rubble here, and you're not actually able to put feet on the floor. So
Okay.
you could probably stand at about 5 feet from the ceiling if you want to in certain places.
All right.
But you can see more potential foes, more potential eyes as well, I believe.
Okay. Well, I'll
You can see at least 20 different eyes staring at you.
Okay.
Who
Well,
knows how many creatures it is?
it's and it's all difficult terrain.
It's all difficult.
So I'll move 20 feet towards the rat
Yep.
and then take a defensive stance.
Okay. So you don't want to attack? You can reach them in 20 feet.
Oh, I thought you said 60 feet.
They're spread out from the entryway to 60 feet.
Oh, okay.
There's a big room. It's a big auditorium.
All right. Well, I'll move to the next closest living one and attack that.
Mm-hmm.
Define living.
Well, I believe he was referring to rat, but I can change that if he wishes to.
Happy to attack the rat.
Damon was just worried he was the target as he's closest living thing.
So I got a 20 to hit.
You hit.
All right.
I'm assuming roll 20, not natural 20.
Yeah, no,
That's
total
right.
20.
And another D2. Because I've got a magic axe, I do 26 points of damage.
Okay, it goes squelch as well.
Okay. And then I'll. Is there enough movement to hit another one?
How much movement do you have left after spending twice to move?
Oh no,
What's your base movement?
my base movement's 40.
Yeah, so
And you
can
moved 20, so you...
Well, he can move up to 20 at a time. Obviously, he's gone to
Yeah.
the first rat. If that
Is there any
was
more?
That was about 20 feet in.
Okay, yep.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the end of your movement.
But
Yeah.
there wasn't a pair of them at that point.
Rachel.
Okay, where's the closest rat from me?
Okay, looking in, probably about... you look down 35 feet in.
Oh, and rage.
I will guard the door.
Okay. You guard the door well as you push your body up against it.
I'm sitting at the entrance looking for anything coming from behind us.
So if you push your body up against the door, Dimitri will push back. He'd actually push the door open. Oh, if you've gone against the door, you've stepped in that side. Okay, that's right then.
Yeah, I'm just looking for anything behind us. So, yeah.
Okay, so next up are the rats.
'Cause my member's only 25, so there's no point in me going.
Yeah.
Okay, so 3 rats rush Chum, and 3 rats rush Playman. So first rat attacking Chum manages to critically hit. But because they use small dice, we're pretty safe. So it does 8 piercing damage. So you raged,
Yeah.
and that reduces that to half.
Yeah.
Okay. Second one attacks you. Getting an armor class of 15.
No, it's 16, I think.
Then you
Yeah.
resist. And the third one attacks. Getting a worse armor class.
Okay.
Then the 3 attack Playman.
Yep. 14.
First one gets an armor class of 14.
Sorry, no. I've got the shield. 16.
Second one gets an armor class of 21.
Not fun.
Dealing 6 points of damage.
Okay.
He's
And
rage too, so that'll be half, isn't it?
what was it?
That'll be half the rage, isn't it?
It would be half if he's if he has the correct rage.
Yep.
Because there are multiple barbarian types.
Yep, cool. That's all I just mentioned. Yep.
And the third one gets a 16
Correct. It's
and does 4 points of damage.
cool.
And they seem to be able to run across the terrain as if it is normal for them.
Yeah.
And
With
they
that,
are-
they're really quick rats.
And they are the size of large dogs.
As I said, RUSs.
Yeah, I don't think they really exist. This is probably cool. Okay, so
Oh, yes.
yeah, Dimitri gets to act.
Go, Dimitri.
I'm sure the fire smoke will come into it soon.
Well, I could do the fire spurts. But that'd be too wizardly type stuff. So how many rats does it look like are still around here?
You can see 6.
6 more?
6 more besides the 3 they've killed.
Okay. Obviously these guys have it well in hand at the moment. So I will actually allow Wall, call an action to call up Wall, so he can have a bit of a feed on one of those dead rats listening folks.
Okay. Which one's Wally?
Wall is our familiar. So, obviously doesn't actually need to eat, unless you allow, but...
So an elf plays past you and lands on one of the rats and starts snoring at it.
That's pretty metal.
And I will just be looking around from the entrance, looking into the room, taking an examination of what else is actually in here other than rats and overturned pews to see if I can determine, okay, if this was actually more of a temple-style auditorium or just a more of a lecture room type stuff. So.
Okay, so you spend some time looking at that.
Doing his architecture.
Absolutely.
This is his cultural heritage. So then we move over to Raya, who just happened to have been waiting for the right season to move in. I keep teasing him because he's got the season aspect.
He's got what?
He's got 5 different aspects he can appear as depending on which elemental season he's representing.
Yeah.
I've got 5 different totems I can use.
I'm probably just going to use magic missile, I think, on the ratties. If there's any left.
There's half a dozen of them still.
6 later.
Look it up.
There are 6. So you just fireball the whole room. I'm sure nothing will
Oh, yeah. Too many people in the room.
Right, sure is.
Too many feet. Yeah, lots of igloo eggs for them, yeah. Make lots of feet.
And all of them come nicely into one grouped area of effect.
We're a distance away now.
That's a 18 to hit.
Is it a magic missile?
Yeah.
You don't need to roll.
Oh, that's right, it's magic missile.
So I don't hit unless you got a shield spell.
Yes, that's right.
Unfortunately, the rats haven't loaded shield today, so...
Alright, so...
It is unfortunate.
Which is lucky because I can cast it to reaction, so you'll be able to avoid it.
It would be quite funny, it's like, and they all cast shield. What?
I'll just direct them to all hit 1 each of the 3 rats attacking.
Yep.
Was it
So roll damage. So are you detecting Layman or Chum?
Chum.
Thank you.
Chum's got a hero.
He's the one that's further away.
First one does 4.
I summon a wizard.
Second one does 5. Third one does 5.
Okay, so you hit all of them and they all turn and look at you.
Oh, okay.
So you did 4, 5, and 5.
Yep.
Apparently you've got their attention.
So that's like,
Take very much.
they've got to go past 2 fighters to get, well, 3 fighters to get to it.
And then Payment is up. You have 3 opponents around you working together to attack you. Which meaning they have pack tactics and get advantage while attacking you.
Well, that's very good of them, and I'm very, very impressed by them. Well done, kids. As a result, though, I get 25 to hit.
Okay, you hit successfully.
Cool. And... Oh, damn. 29 damage.
29 damage. Yes, your spear basically goes through it as if it doesn't exist, and it comes back and blood just goes everywhere.
Fantastic. Next one, 18 to hit with 20 damage.
A very similar result. You've taken down 5 of these creatures so far, and there is still one beside you.
It's not like a pack tactics on you though.
And he's very, very cute. Okay, next is.
Next person up is Chum. So you name the remaining rat?
How many are left?
You going to convert the remaining rat?
3 for you.
There's 3 around you.
And 1 in front of the other way around.
Okay. So I'll use Reckless Attacker.
Yep.
So I
Which
get
gives you
advantage.
Which doesn't really worry you too much because they already have advantage.
Because of the pack tactics. Now I know about that. Alright, so I'll probably still miss though. 12 to hit.
You hit?
Okay.
They are rats.
Okay.
You tried hard to miss by like 1 to 4 for advantage.
You worked really hard at it.
I tried. That's right. I've forgotten what my damage to bonus. Anyway,
It's enough.
I don't know. It's 15
They've already
plus.
damaged from the motor missile.
Oh, okay. So 15 plus 7, I think, is going to be 22 points of damage.
It just splatters.
Okay.
You see bits of it go flying in multiple directions.
All right. So there's another one. Also attack recklessly.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, go on. No, it's alright. Okay, I'll ask you later.
22 to hit. So
22 is a hit.
yeah. 8, 7, 23 points of damage.
Okay, he also goes in many places at once, leaving only one beside you and one beside Clayman.
All right. Well, I'll use my bonus action to prepare to deflect with my axe.
Okay, so what would Bradshaw like to do now?
Okay.
You have been left out of all the fighting.
That's right. From the door, how close am I to the next rat?
Nearest rat, you are probably about 20 feet.
I can't reach it. I'm going to guard the door. No, I've only got 25 speed, so. Yeah.
Dimitri's at the door. It's okay.
If I swap to a crossbow, that would be a whole turn, wouldn't it?
You can drop your whatever it is thing, and then just grab your crossbow, and that's fine.
Is that an actual action to grab out a weapon? So
If you're using a full action to do it, then drawing a weapon can be
Full action.
full action. So you
there are no
can
such thing as full actions. You either have an action or you don't have an action. Movement is
I did-
not part of.
I guess I was trying to answer the question.
Yeah, I
but
think-
you get to pull out a weapon as part of your action,
Yeah.
and it's
That's
a free
right.
action to
As part
drop
of
the
your
other
attack
weapon.
action can include the
Okay,
drawing
so
the weapon
yes.
from memory.
But I won't be able to attack with it the next round.
No, you'll be able to attack with it.
Okay. Well, I'll do that, and I'll roll. Get one.
It's assuming you've always got it loaded.
Yeah.
Okay, roll the
What could
dice.
happen carrying around a loaded weapon
I'll
that
let
you
you
then
roll the
toss
dice
away
and let me know
normally?
if it's blood or not. Because I wouldn't have checked last
He
time.
says with no time.
I'm happy to say it's always
Okay,
loaded.
cool. Right, I thought I'd just leave.
If you rest, you load it, and if something goes wrong, you might go off.
Okay.
I drop well and go, what the hell are you doing? And it's like I hear from the hammer, and I go, pull out the crossbow and go, okay.
What are you wasting
1
a
to
bolt
4,
for?
chum, other one, yeah,
What are you wasting a bolt for?
chum's one. So, and I'll roll 5 plus, I can roll this in the
Mine's the owl.
Oh, I hit the owl. So 10?
You get armor class 10.
Yeah.
Okay, so it bounces off Chum's armor.
No, can I get it to bounce and just miss past the owl?
I don't have any armor, but just bounces off my muscle.
You feel it graze your leg without actually drawing blood.
All right, my constitution, because 10 would, yeah, it's dexterity and con that get me above 10.
I have another shot.
Sure.
What do we
You have 2 shots.
I have 2 shots.
With a crossbow.
Your
and a
ears are
crossbow.
fired up.
I'm a fighter, so. I mean, if I was
Because
playing
apparently you
Pathfinder,
can load and fire it as an action.
supposedly,
As part of the
Oh, you
attack. It doesn't say it's limited ammo anyway.
no,
It's not like Pathfinder
Is
2,
it-
which is more...
What size crossbow is it?
heavy.
Heavy crossbow. So it has a loading trait. Which,
Does it have loading trait, which means it might take an action to load?
Okay, I didn't. I'm not
Let me
trying.
have a look.
loading trait. Time code load trait. You can only fire one piece of ammunition from it when you use an action, bonus action, or reaction to fire it. Normally, regardless of the number of attacks you normally make. So yeah, so you only get one shot with it, even though
So you
you
should
can
have one shot with it.
Okay. Damn it.
Sorry.
So you gave it multiple shots to have one shot that always took
It's
out.
good to know because I didn't realise that. Oh,
Not to mention wasting a bolt.
I don't care.
I think it's important to attack me because it helps maintain my rage.
I'll give you a thumbs up.
I mean, attacking also maintains it, whatever.
Hey, I'm still going with what I said.
That's right, yeah.
It makes Bradshaw feel
Gold
important.
star for Bradshaw.
It makes him feel important.
I'm getting abused by the worm at the moment because the worm's on the floor.
Well, you can't hear it, you're not touching it.
I can't? No. It was telepathic.
It was when you had all 3. Its powers get diminished when you separate the artifacts.
Oh. I thought it could. Oh, so even when I touch it. Okay, yeah. Gotcha.
It's telepathic to the toucher.
Yep, that's fair enough.
What it allows you to telepathically talk to the wielder of one of the other weapons if you're touching weapons. So again, it's silent communication. So Clayton's the only one who can hear you.
Hey! He's gonna love that.
Fuck!
Well, he's not the only one. The destroyer of the Elven Nation could probably also hear him.
Yes, but they have to then, type plays. Okay, so it is now the Reds' turn. And now that they've lost advantage,
But they get advantage because I'm reckless.
one of them gets advantage against you. Which is allowing you to get an armor class of 21.
It's a hit. I get a chance to deflect it with my bonus action. And I think it's just a strength check, but I get proficiency, but I assume I get proficiency? Yeah. No, it's probably just +3. So I got a 20.
So it doesn't deflect.
That's right.
And you take 5 damage.
5 damage. Does it become 2?
Um,
Because we always round down.
yes, it does become 2.
No worries. Oh no.
And the same healing also rounded down.
That's all right.
As is true.
And the other rat.
The other rat. He goes for Damon. Hitting an armor class of 16.
No.
Hits.
He's getting revenge for his friends. He does 4 damage, which you can then harm.
Aw, he's so cute.
He gives you a love bite.
He can know on you for ages.
He sure can, but he's not going to.
Then Demetrius.
Well, he can numb on you for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything you just around the...
It's going to take you. You can sort of see that the tapestries along the back look interesting, but you can't get detail.
I'll walk in and start going around the edge to have a look at the tapestries and things like that on the way.
Can you see?
Yeah. I've got a good night.
So he spends his turn moving.
The goggles of night allow you to truly appreciate the architectural glory of this place.
He sees things in black and white.
Okay. I can see what's worth looking at more closely. But I don't want to disturb you in the middle of a fight, so I'm going to turn the light on.
What would you like to do?
I'm probably going to pew pew again. With some more magic missile.
So 3 missiles with 2 rats. No waiting.
Yep. I'll just hit 2 of them with...
Well, one you've already hit once before.
Don't take this in a bad way, but he can't miss with his attack.
I'll hit the first one with 1, the other one with 2.
Blacklist.
Okay. So the one at Chum gets hit with 1.
I'll take 2 damage.
So it takes 2 damage. Let me just check that.
Cannot miss.
Well, unless it's a shield cutter.
It's funny, it's my worst attack is my heavy crossbow.
But when you've got... Again,
Okay, so
defense.
it just
When you've got
collapses.
short leg,
Okay.
and it's
the
difficult
other
to
one
raid.
takes...
I know this is the fight.
First hit's 4 damage, second hit's 5
But
damage.
that's why it's
Okay, and it gets bludgeoned down as well.
Fire that
I'm
first
just-
while you charge in.
You throw well?
So you have taken out all the
The
rats.
problem is if I throw it, somebody will abuse me.
Throw away hammers again.
See, I've got a reputation.
But let's face it,
Throw weapons away.
Yeah.
let's face it, if you throw well or if you don't throw well, Demetrius still have something
I
to
still
abuse
have
you
my
about.
gnome. I still have my gnome one, which haven't attuned yet because I haven't known it's a returning one yet. So I was like, so I've got that one in the background if I really need it. So
Which is actually quite funny. There's one you could throw away that you did throw away, but you threw it away as a drop instead of a toss, so it didn't come back. Okay, so it is now out of combat. You have squished the rats.
I'll daub my moccasins with a bit of my blood.
Mm-hmm.
I pick up well and
Well,
goes.
they should still be covered because it's been less than 24 hours since you last did it.
I'll just do it anyway because my
bleeding anyway.
slippers love it. My slippers love the killing.
So if you do it with a bit of your blood, it means you're giving it another hit point and resetting that 24-hour timer. If you do it for that purpose.
All it says was a drop of blood. I don't need to cut myself and do damage. I'm not giving it hit points.
You power it with a hit point.
Oh, I thought it was just a drop of
24
blood.
hours. If you want to give it a drop of blood, you're giving it a 24-hour power cycle, which takes another hit point from it. That's what I was saying. Be careful how you do some of these things. It is a curse.
So who
It's not a curse that holds you. It's a curse that you take.
All right. Could I borrow some fresh blood from someone else?
That doesn't power it. It can soak blood up, but if you're giving it blood from another person, from a sentient, it requires it to be given from an invested person to actually be useful for clinical
powering
use.
the effect. It'll quite happily drink it or something else.
Okay,
Otherwise, it only works at the non-attuned level.
maybe I've got the wrong version, but this says
This is what I've been talking about. Some things were different.
this item's magic properties functions only if fresh blood from a humanoid has been applied to it within the past 24 hours. It needs only a drop to activate.
For the non-attuned version of it. If you don't attune to it, that's what you get. It's not from the DMG. It's not the DMG version.
But it's the version you sent me in Facebook.
And we've been updating it since then.
You found,
How do I
you
know?
found more power
Because
as
I've
you've
been
had it. As you've had it.
But how do I find the updated version? Like, I'm just working off the version you sent me.
And I read it to you at the start of the session.
Where-
I'm going to be getting to this. I've been trying to get everything else done.
Okay.
I can't do everything at once.
Don't stress it. So who has got the light in this? Who's carrying the light, was it?
Well, I'll pick up the
Oh,
light.
it was
Rachel has.
Planor was carrying the light.
I had a light and a hammer, and then I dropped both of them. I got the hand crossbow, pull the crossbow back, pick up the hammers, and and I go, oh, sorry, and I pick up the light too. So
Yep.
Ah, okay.
And there is a burn mark and a flame where you put the torch down.
Yeah.
okay,
It's a lit torch. You drop it on the
that's
ground.
good. And I go, okay, I'm looking around.
So you've definitely got a well lit room here.
Yep.
It's starting to catch light.
Well, okay, so it's actually sort of thing that if I'd noticed the torch had been dropped on the ground and might have been in danger of burning anything, I would have picked it up as I walked in to actually then.
Okay, in which case there's no torch.
So,
Dimitri walked off with your torch.
so I can have a look at the tapestries. So,
Well, you did drop it.
I'm just sitting outside the door now.
yeah. Obviously, you don't want things.
No, I'm sitting outside the door. I'm used to this from Dimitri.
So yeah. So Dimitri's certainly happy to have a good look at the tapestries and see if they depict historical moments or anything like that. But otherwise, happy also that we can move straight through.
Yep.
So,
Okay, so give me a perception check as you have a look around.
18.
18. Looking around, you do find a lot of shiny bubbles underneath a pile of cloth. And some deteriorated tapestries,
Okay.
which you might be able to repair.
So,
And inside you find 11 silver pieces.
Rick.
You're gonna hang on.
Yeah, I'm not feeling very well.
5 gold pieces.
Yeah, I'll be alright.
You noting the exactly where? No. Okay.
Oh,
I just saw you started typing, so I should confirm.
no.
So 11 silver, 5 gold.
3 small pieces of purple quartz. And a silver pin set with 3 emeralds. But they're tiny little. So just note down room 21, and I'll make sure I put some stuff on.
Silver pin with emerald, was it?
Yeah.
And room 21. Okay.
I hope you feel better soon.
Yeah, it's just headache and stuff.
The outfit is fantastic, by the way.
Oh,
Very, very
thank
good.
you.
Yeah.
I was at a friend's graduation thing.
Oh, nice.
Alright, cool. Enjoy, guys.
See you.
Have a good evening, and so I hope you're feeling better, yes.
And I wish I had your hair as well, but
No
that's
worries.
just
Well, that can be taken in 2 ways.
stealing it, scalping him. That I think that's a little bit racist about my character's heritage.
You don't want to talk to me.
Yeah, that's more the tiger thing.
I've got tiger elements.
Okay.
All the attributes.
So yes,
So, but at this stage, Dimitri's happy to look at the tapestries without trying to disturb them further at this moment.
okay, so they
Work.
you could probably wrap them up and take them and review them later. But
Well-
they seem to be depicting scenes over 500 years ago.
Yeah, okay, it's more the, like I said, he's certainly planning on getting hold of them later, but it's probably a bit hard to grab them right now, wrap them up and then carry them around. Next time we're coming out of the area, you can collect them.
You do know you've got people's bags of holding, including yourself.
I know. So,
Okay, well, just put up.
but as I say, it's the sort of thing, depending on coming back this way, because apparently they'll come out regularly and look at the things, and hey, you've got to go by the library again yet anyway.
So Martin, I've noted down. I'm going to send you the full details on that again.
It's
you'll
alright.
have it there for you.
I'll note it down now.
But it does escalate as you enhance the power of the item. So we then move on to you have. So you found a few things in the auditorium.
Yeah.
You've got a whole lot of rat steaks you can then get.
Well, Wall has his fall and then disappears back to the Netherrealms.
Leaving a pile of stuff behind. He doesn't really need to eat.
Do you eat? Do you eat rat?
I'm not talking about me, I'm talking about the goat.
Oh.
The goat's outside.
I'm sure it couldn't be any worse.
At 18 stealth check, I'll see if I can get a couple of steaks off the goat and put them back in my magic bag of holding.
Okay.
No, I may forget it's in the bag of holding too.
Okay, you've tossed a couple of rat steaks in.
Yeah.
Rat burgers on the menu today.
And based on the way he was able to slice his tongue with the hammer, he probably used his hammer to slice off the steaks too, didn't he?
Do you like the comment? Or
Move in.
No, because no one saw you do it.
No, here's the comment.
No, you wouldn't have heard his comment because he didn't see you do it. You did it stealthily.
Cool, because I would have thrown the hammer back. Just the side of him. Hit the wall and go. Oops, miss.
Okay,
Isn't that how you took your tongue out the first time?
If you said the comment. We haven't escalated this to any further level.
as you come out of here, you can then head up here or head that way or head out and that way.
Well,
So
we'll
you
continue.
presuming that
So
you're
there's another
headed that
entrance
way?
at the other end of the auditorium, what's that?
No, there's no entrance there.
Oh, okay,
That is
so-
the stage.
Oh, okay, right. I'll certainly have a look up around the stage area and just look for the old secret doors and things like that behind the stage, and or under the stage.
Give me an investigation check.
Natural one,
Natural one.
which gives me 8.
You believe you found a secret door here, but you can't find the button.
In the stage.
Yeah.
Okay, yep. So it's obviously set up to do the massive secret entrance, but yep.
13 pushing aside.
13 pushing aside, you don't know what he's talking about. He hasn't got a clue.
I haven't spoken about anything.
Oh, I'm just investigating too.
Okay, if I investigate.
And I go, elf.
But you can see all these lines and markings on the stage. It's not done by a dwarf.
And I point towards him. See if he knows anything. Did he notice it or did he, I just point?
He points to you, pay attention.
Well, so I certainly don't agree with the fact that I was looking at something and then couldn't work out how to open it. So, obviously the reason I couldn't work out how to open it is because I was distracted by someone tapping me on the shoulder saying, "Oh, look at this instead." So,
Okay, so he points to something else that seems to be a old Eldarin script that you're not really sure what the... it's familiar-ish to you, but the sentences don't make any sense. The structure of the sentences just don't match anything we're used to.
What language is it?
ancient Kildaren by the sound of it, or
Right.
I'll certainly.
Troller, if you want to be.
I will copy down what I'm reading there, thinking,
No idea what it is.
It is the
No.
certainly
Oh, you know,
piques,
yeah.
piques my linguist interest. So I shall copy down that information and those things and
And I just look at him
work out
going,
what it is later.
Yeah.
Don't worry, nothing to worry about you.
It doesn't look like bear language to me.
Well, he's one of the languages scholars of the Trollaran people.
Mm-hmm.
I just give him a thumbs up because I assume that
Are you a professor of languages?
I'm a linguist, yes.
There you go.
Like I've actually got the feet. Linguist.
He wants to learn as many as he can.
You know all
Okay.
the Strugan dialects?
No, he hasn't let it to again at this stage.
What?
He hasn't necessarily had that much to do with them so far. So.
Most people are afraid of them.
Why would you be afraid of
Well,
me?
he takes that much to do with you then. Well, and like, that's all the ones he's met are you.
Still ask, you know.
Fair point.
He thinks they're savage people. Probably savage language too. Look, they don't even use they use curves like elves.
I know. When we're talking to each other, and it's like, yeah, I know. Oh, it's like, oh, I know my voice for a while. And I go, hey, and I'll try to talk to the dwarf at the same time, kind of thing. Going, hey, how you going?
So, only
Other
Going
than
to
the
touch his trident with your hammer.
I'll walk over and just tap and go, hey, how you going?
So how does Flavin respond to hearing Rachel's voice in his head?
Why? I thought I fixed it. I thought you were done. I thought it was all over, but now you are back. I cannot tell you how happy I was. Why are you back in my head?
Because he can't be in your ears.
I thought we had a good working relationship going. I said, I just can't talk in person, that's all. It's the best I can do.
I can tell you we had fantastic relationship before. That is, after you lost tongue and before we got to now, it was perfect. But now we're back to square one. Only works.
And
Look,
I tap
I'm
his
not
in
saying
going,
I don't,
I'm going,
but
you all suck. And I walk away with a hug.
Our dwarven friend would like you all to know that we all suck.
And I wait at the next exit.
So we'll go back to the. I'll give you back the torch.
I don't accept
And
it.
He doesn't accept it.
as I walk past, because you're waiting at the door, you said. So I'll give you back the torch as I walk past to.
You give it to me?
turn
I'm
right.
happy to take the torch.
You're going to have to look. So.
Oh, Jesus Christ. No. Stop.
Oh, no.
Why do you make noise?
Keep an eye on you.
Oh, Jesus
Apparently
Christ.
something
I'm
loves you.
sorry.
Somebody's got a dance party going on there.
There was a sneaky ad. Sorry about that.
Hey, a lot of things you watch do sneaky ads here and there.
Got to stop watching those shows.
And so coming back out the entrance to the auditorium, there were basically left, right, and straight ahead, wasn't there?
There was left, right, and straight ahead, yes.
And
left takes you back towards the entrance again.
but left is the way we'd come from, wasn't it?
Sorry, right takes you back towards the entrance again.
Yeah. So we'll continue back towards right.
So
we'd come
out. You could go up the page, across the page, or out and across.
Yeah. Okay. We'll go up the page because that was potentially back towards the entrance way. So.
Okay, so heading up the page, the floor is covered with a carpet of tufted molds that extends to all the walls and even into parts of the ceiling. This is a large room, and it is bigger than any you've seen so far. So it has a 30-foot by 90-foot section and a 50 by 20-foot section off to the side. So
Okay.
you've got the L shape there.
Yep. Okay. But you were talking about mould. That wasn't in the corridor itself. That was in the room.
That was in the room itself.
Um,
And then we get back to the description.
Yeah. Does the room smell dank and musty, or?
I'll just give you a show of what it looks like.
Yep.
The molds appear in a rainbow assortment of colours, and they are mixed in their appearance, with splotches, clumps, swirls, and patches presenting a nightmarish combination of flashing colours. This is indeed a fuzzy fairyland of the most forbidding sort, although beautiful in its own mysterious way. So it has a northern arm and a western arm. At the end of each of these extensions are large semicircular stone formations overgrown with fungoid matter. In the southeast corner, between the room, in the centre of the northern wing are two large sunken pits. All around the room, the fungi of 100 different kinds And they are on the floor, walls, and ceilings.
So I'm sure they're not walking directly onto fungi, but the room itself appeared to have originally been like it was originally still stonework. It's not like it's an internal garden or something.
It's good to have someone interested
So,
in
the room did look like it was designed to harbour and nurture these plants.
Right. Okay.
Are the molds going to attack us?
Well, that's what I'm not certain about right now. I was going to leave it to you as a natural person to interpret and understand these.
Are you avoiding calling me a meat shield?
I never said that at all.
So it's got fungi on 2 rocks.
I'm looking at you as a man of nature.
There are fungi all over the room.
Is there 2 rocks that stand out?
No, there are 2
bits.
at the
Oh, okay.
There are 2 bits in the north.
look at the end of the north and the end of the west.
So if I go that
We
way,
could mould to the west.
you can see 2 big
Oh,
pits
right.
there.
Yep.
There is an alcove in the top. And
Alcove in the
side,
west.
Yeah.
and something in the corner here, and you basically come up there.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go to the first pit
You go to the first
and
bit.
look what's down there.
Okay.
I've got the torch. Do you have are you a fireball kind of wizard?
I can use fire.
Okay, just checking, because mould might not like fire. But it might be difficult to fight the mould with axes and crossbows and swords.
But a flaming torch.
Flaming torch could be good.
Which is why you took it off.
So
took it off
you
by
can
yourself.
see
A wind wall might help.
a lot of different variants on dwarven fungi used in food production.
Dwarven, huh?
Well, starting with alcohol.
That seems to be rare in a troll. Can I do an investigation check on that? Because I was going to see. It's unusual to see that in this.
Is
kind of
troll
place.
Darren is the word troll an element of troll Darren? They're not
Well,
it's just
Traldara.
troll
That'd be mine on
Darren.
Steam.
Right.
T-R-A.
Well, we can't use stone
Okay.
cutting on that, so it'd be just
Good to hear.
Okay, so
if you
you
do an
recognize
analogue of the
they
like,
look to be
Transylvanian
dwarvish in
peasantry
origin.
Yes.
stuff.
Okay. While I do that, I'll move to the second pit and see if the same thing's there.
Which is why they're scared of vampires and werewolves.
Okay, give me a perception.
Because they know they exist.
While you're looking here, you notice that there is a skeleton at the north of the pit, and that there are just outside their range. You can see a trio of shriekers, which are mushroom-like fungi that are large enough to call out an alarm when intruders get near. Also used by dwarves to protect food sources.
I'll just go. I just point towards the party because I've walked out by myself.
Yeah. Well, we stayed at the door anyway. We were happy to
So I
see.
walk slowly back, and then I point in the direction of the shriekers to Dimitri. He's got his glasses on, and to yourself.
Yep.
And I go, and I put up the 3, and because I can't talk, so that's my best impression of a shrieker.
Would you like to write it in chalk?
There's nothing to write on.
Well, there's the wall of the corridor.
You'd have to walk all the way back.
Well, they're coming back though. Was it when you coming back to us, or? Oh no, because you're making
the
signals.
floor.
I find the closest wall.
So you
have
said
to
the
walk
fact
all
that
the way
we
out
had
to the
the
corridor.
But I don't know what that means.
There are
If it
3.
means
Well,
he wants to drink some mold.
It was no, because obviously the stuff designed to make beer. The mold used to make beer.
Right.
So,
Yes, there are quite a few of those molds here that are used in beer production.
I'm fully aware of that.
And that's what you obviously indicated.
And some varieties of that you've never seen before.
Dwarven wine.
It could probably, you could probably make yourself the most famous dwarven barista if you use some of the molds from here.
If you have a brewing tool.
If you poison the Dwarven Lord.
Of course, you've got to recognise the plants you're playing with. Some of them are poisonous, some of them enhance the flavour.
Were they 1 minus 1? I don't think I had a chance of that one.
So that you look around.
That was my nature check.
Okay, so looking around, obviously all of them are good.
No.
You can just grab any random one. That
But
will go.
I definitely point to the 3 shriekers at the end, going. Then if they don't get it after 5 seconds, I'll go back to a wall and say, shriekers at end of the corridor.
Okay, are you going to shoot them?
So what's with the beer?
I can't shoot.
So what's with the beer?
We may have been wrong in our interpretation.
Okay. At this stage, I'm giving up. I've just thought, I'll stuff it, and I'll just run towards streets.
And we're ready to fight the thing that they summon, I guess.
Okay, as you run towards them, you're not being as careful, and dust balls just keep flying up everywhere from all the fungi.
So
Roll a d6.
how far away are these shriekers?
They are about... about 60 feet away.
So they've taken 2 rounds, at least. 3 rounds actually to get there. 5.
5. Okay, so you get hit with red and white spores in your face and your throat, and as that's happening, you find that you're getting this tingling on your tongue.
You don't have a tongue to tingle.
Your tongue hasn't been ripped out; it goes all the way down.
Okay, yes.
But they have a tongue, so I can't tingle.
No,
Well, you don't think you've got a tongue.
Just all the way down your throat.
You got a tingling in
It
your
was broken.
tingling in your mouth anyway.
I taste yellow.
Okay. I'll go the next 25.
Yeah. And you find that you can actually feel part of your teeth with your tongue.
Part of my teeth with my tongue.
You get to shriek as well as you run.
Is it regenerating?
He's
found the magic regenerating tongue thing.
Apparently.
It's my tongue where it should be.
It's about half the length it was. Maybe someone from whatever it was will regrow it.
Yeah. Well, but while he started,
I stopped right there. It was red and white, wasn't it?
You got red and white spores.
I looked for anything red and white.
Give me an investigation roll.
but actually, no, it might change because as soon as he started charging towards the shriekers, I'll go fireballs at one of them.
Yep. Give me a fireball.
Which I'm guessing will beat him there, but it means he's not getting 2 runs before he goes.
At the red and white mold he's looking for.
No, the shriekers that he pointed out, which apparently
Natural 20.
we weren't
Natural
going
20.
we weren't going to sneak up on
You
and try and
see
surprise.
a bunch of it crushed under your boot, but there's still a little bit of it left.
Just a
That's a
little bit.
mushroom.
Lick the floor.
It's a magic mushroom.
It's under my foot, is it? On my foot.
You just took a few steps past it.
I go back to where it is.
Yep.
I get whatever I can get into my hand.
Yep.
Make sure there's only red and white.
Yep.
I lick it.
And you look at, well, you've got to stick it in your mouth to lick your shit. Tongue's not as long as it was.
Oh no! I
At full stretch, you can just touch your teeth.
yeah, I know. I go. I kind of go. Chomp down.
Okay, as it dissolves in your mouth, you feel the tongue continue to grow out.
Longer than it ever was before.
There's a new nickname
That's
for
right.
me, not target anymore.
That's right. I'm sure we can find a vice to put it in and shoot triple down side.
Get it the right side.
You're called tongue boy, so. Yeah.
Okay, just trying to find shriekers. So I'm assuming they're in the book.
So, I'm sort of more worried about my tongue right now.
Okay. So, but what I'm seeing is the fact that you pointed out some shriekers, and then rather than allowing the opportunity to sneak up on it, you start charging directly at them. So then Dimitri will open fire on them because obviously there's no stealth, and then you stop your charge
To find some recovery.
to eat some
Hey,
mushrooms.
I'm bringing my tongue back. I'm going to be able to speak again. I'm happy, okay? You see the priorities in the whole situation
Yeah,
here.
that's right. When you're 7th level,
You're 7th level
incidental
12.
combat isn't important.
And you got
Okay,
8
so what armor class did you hit, Jeremy?
24-ish, I think.
More than a hit? How much damage do you do?
So, yeah, 24. 11 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And apparently, if they count as flammable, it will ignite stuff that's not being worn or carried.
Okay, so it ignites it, and it starts shrieking, and the ones near it start shrieking.
Not surprising.
Okay. So yes, you hear the shriek all go beside you.
Oh.
They're just about 45 feet away from you.
Okay, let's do. And then I go. Oh, that's right. I have a mission. I start getting that way. What time? Well, I feel.
And you hear Bradshaw talk to himself.
There you go.
Not over the shrieking, I hope.
Well, that time feels much better now. Ooh, seems longer. and I think to myself, I'm going, I know who would like that.
Yeah. Yes.
The girlfriend.
When you just sit down at the bar and lick your eyebrows.
Well, now you've got the full taste buds back again after all those years of deadening it to all the things you wanted to eat.
Yeah.
Right.
You taste different. You should have
taste like fur.
Cleaned your teeth recently. You can tell it's rather foul.
Okay. Hang around that goat too much. Okay.
Sense of taste returned.
Well, it hasn't had years
With
to
a
get
vengeance.
used to him. He's got brand new taste
So
buds.
one round there, one round there, one round back. So it takes 5 rounds for me to get there.
Yep. And Jeremy, what would you like to do in the
4 rounds.
in
Yeah.
the 4 rounds remaining?
I'll keep going with the fireworks at the moment. Is anyone else actually doing anything at this point?
Well,
Did anyone else react
do
to it?
our ears get hurt by the shrieking?
No, they don't get hurt, but you do hear it.
Are there any like? There was a comment that shriekers will alert other creatures.
They're
Can I
effectively
figure out
alarmed.
which areas they might come from, and be prepared for people to be summoned by the shriekers?
Okay, so the only way they could come is up the corridor because there doesn't seem to be any exits from this room.
Okay.
So you're pretty much summoning things to your location.
All right.
Dimitri was surprised that when Bradshaw, well, he shouldn't be surprised.
Oh no, I wouldn't have been surprised.
When Bradshaw says there's a shrieker thing, which obviously is an alarm system, rather than trying to sneak up on it, he charged it.
Well, obviously, he realised the mould was going to heal his tongue.
And then on his way to the charge, he suddenly decides to stop charging, which meant that we didn't have to set the shriekers off, except that I'd already actually started the attack because, hey, he was going to be too slow to get there.
And that's why
And then you hear me
Bradshaw's
say,
the leader.
And you say, elf.
Yeah.
And once you got within radius of it with your light, it would start shrieking anyway. So
Alright.
once you got within I think it was 20 feet, it was going to start shrieking.
Yeah.
So the corridor. So they said there's only one way for enemies to come.
You know,
I'll step to the side of the corridor, ready for anything to come.
Okay. As you do that, give me a perception roll.
Yeah, that's not what I'm good at. 3.
Okay. No, you don't notice anything.
Is
as you-
Plumman doing anything?
Nah. He'll roll initiative though.
We're not in a fight yet.
You're not in a fight yet. You might get
Well,
yourself some more converts for all we know.
It's more the idea of when you saw Bradshaw charge the shriekers, did you react in any way?
No, but I got 4 on my initiative check.
Okay.
I mean, yes, I did react. I react by standing there watching some idiot run into a... Yeah, anyway.
Well, my second round then, I will take another firebolt at the... I'll go for one... So the first one's actually burning still?
Yep.
Oh, I'll go for the second one then. It's AC 11.
I think that's still a hit.
Well, I'm guessing they're not dodging much.
Just for your reference, AC of 5,
Right.
and it's also quarter light.
Okay, and 15 points of fire damage.
Well, okay, it's no longer a light.
Right.
You just went whoosh in one go. And one of the noises stops.
Okay.
Okay, and...
So hopefully the other one will
so
stop
could
too.
Flayman give me a perception roll?
Sure. No, for fuck's sake.
To go with Chum's second perception roll.
15.
Another one.
You're still looking at it?
Oh, I got a 20.
Natural
It
20.
becomes a 19, but...
That's still a natural 20. Still a critical success.
Okay.
Okay.
I see all the things.
So looking down the corridor, you can see right at the very T-junction, 3 kobold heads lined up, looking down your direction, but not coming down the corridor.
There's a 3-headed kobold coming for us. Now I rolled a 20. Just saying. Does that make it real?
It could.
I gotta go. I'm still charged. I'm focused now. I've got
Yep.
my tongue back. I can talk.
Sure, you're focused.
And you're charging along, and there'll
You're
still be another.
You're focused on your dirty teeth.
I think it's. You said another 2 rounds to get there.
Yes, I've got 2 more.
Okay, so you want to fire one more thing off?
That hits for 10 points of fire damage.
Okay, so one of them falls over, and the other one's and the one that just got hit's on fire.
Do they shriek more because one of them got killed?
They shriek less because there's less shrieks going out.
Okay.
So you had a trio of shrieks to a duo of shrieks to a single shriek.
Right, okay. They don't have any empathy towards their fellow shrieker.
Well, no, they just shriek as loud
Or
as they can
just-
automatically.
Alright, they've only got one,
They've only got
one volume.
Or 2 settings.
Yes.
Off and on.
They like it loud. You something can be heard out
No
to 300
comment.
feet. Okay, so Bradshaw rushes. You got 1 round. You're almost there. It's well lit by your torch,
And by itself.
and because there's also a light.
And I go, okay, I'll take
And then
one.
you fall in the pit.
But you haven't actually reached it to attack yet. You're still one round away from hitting it.
How far away from it?
20 feet. You want to attack with a ranged weapon? Toss your
I have a
hammer.
range weapon. It's a hammer.
Go toss your torch.
Work out how it looks with it. So it's a. I've got a range of 40 with the hammer. This. Yeah. Oh, range of 20. Sorry, that's right.
Well, it's
Well, that's convenient.
So we could have done
You could have done it earlier, but
but is that with disadvantage?
it's 20.
Is it
is it 20 slash
20?
or
20 dash. Minus dash 20, yeah. So
Then it's a disadvantage.
that's fine.
Oh, okay, so it's got a maximum range of 20 feet and it's always at disadvantage when you throw.
So it has properties of a light hammer when thrown, and will always return your hand empty or your feet or hands are full. So.
It's okay.
Yeah.
If
If it was,
Oh, it's okay.
if it was supernatural awareness.
Yep, okay,
it
so
was
roll your
awakened,
roll your attack.
So I think it's awakened at the moment. So because otherwise I'd get extra damage from throwing. So okay.
No, actually, I think it is because it communicates, but I'll get back to that one.
Okay,
We'll
well,
just pretend it's not at the moment.
both the same 10, which makes it 21.
That's a definite hit.
I don't dodge.
They're not great at dodging.
11.
Like, I'm missing the automatic crit on 10 pass.
I'm not.
34, 32.
Okay, and it just explodes.
Go.
Your hammer goes straight through it and then comes back to you.
I know.
My mom goes, doesn't count.
Oh, the hammer, yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay, won't take it. But, hey, we learned that you throw pretty well.
Of course I throw well on balance. Unlike you.
We'll talk about this later. And I realise I'm talking out loud. Go, oh, sorry. Okay.
Okay, so yes, you see, so does I give Dimitri a roll as someone's called out 3-headed kobold?
Oh, okay, so yes, because I was paying attention to the thing and wondering, now any close to hit it just because we're going to die anyway? So
Have you heard about Proteus?
Kobolds behind. So there's kobolds behind us, okay?
Anyone says the P1 in the day, I will murder.
But it's a rare 3-headed kobold.
So give
Possibly.
me a persuasion roll.
Persuasion. Actually, I've got that trained.
So Jeremy, what do you get on your?
Perception, I got 16, looking back.
Okay, you do see the 3 heads of
Three
kobolds
kobolds,
looking
yeah.
around the corner.
13.
13. They just sort of look at you and pull their heads back slowly.
Alright. Are you the rare 3-headed kobold?
You get a thumb come round and do.
Okay. And are you ready to serve Proteus? The one true
Are
god.
you fucking kidding me?
I'm looking at it going, what the
Do I get another thumbs up?
Do I get an action in this process?
Yep, you get a thumbs up.
There you go. I mean, they may just give a thumbs up to everything I say, but
Apparently they're serving Proteus now.
What language are you talking in?
Thaiation.
Yeah. Right, so I'm waiting for my action.
Okay, so
One of them, I'll go.
you do get your action as well.
Oh, I'll take the firebolt then. I don't know that I can separate. So I assume they both got the same attack. Yeah, one creature object.
The previous fight, he completely ignored the rats.
But this fight,
he's finding stationary objects to torch.
Only because Bradshaw was eliminating the chance of surprise by charging at them, so I'm going to get rid of them quickly.
Bradshaw's well-structured feint attack.
AC 16.
Okay, you actually missed. They
Not surprising, they got plenty cover.
Got really good cover, and they you do hear a yelp from down the passageway, and you also hear the sounds of feet running.
Yep,
Right.
okay.
So they've got 3 heads and 6 legs.
when it comes to my turn, just let me know. So.
Yep, it's now your turn.
It's like an Esquilax.
So I'm going to where the things are, because did I just see what's in the second pit or not?
You saw that there was a body on the other side of the pit.
Bodies in the forest.
As opposed to the skeleton in the pit?
The skeleton
Yeah,
body.
okay, yeah. That's the yeah.
It
So,
was at the north end of the pit.
so I'll go to the skeleton
Mm-hmm.
and investigate.
Okay, you spend some time doing that. What would Playman like to do? Apparently you've got some converts who are running away from fire. Which is not unusual considering Proteus is a water god.
Yeah, so how much fire is there?
Someone just did a burst of flame down the
send us
passageway.
2 firebolts down in their direction.
God damn it.
Proteus is apparently listening.
Apparently so.
As you feel the trident start to vibrate in your hand in anger.
Why? Guys, I mean, you made it bad enough that you converted them, and now you've made it double worse now that you're lighting them on fire.
You can't trust kobolds. They'll say anything.
They'll say anything. They'll stick their thumbs up at anything, particularly when you speak them in language they don't understand.
For fuck, okay. You've really made this difficult because I just put away the description of the abilities that Wave has. Sorry, just give me 2 seconds now that I need to put this back up.
Yeah, unfortunately someone else has done the conversion so they don't count for you.
Oh, you mother...
What?
Okay.
It's a personal request.
But they don't even understand me. How can...
He doesn't know. Well, you don't know what they understand.
I'm getting a thumbs up. That's
So these guys the kobolds are running away from fire?
Yep.
Are they running towards us or away from us?
Away from you.
They ran towards the shrieking and then away from the fire.
They were looking around a corner at us from about 60 feet away, and then
Yeah.
And when we say they, it's only one of them.
The 3-headed, 6-legged, one-armed.
Wait, I rolled a 20 on my dice. I govern reality for 3 seconds. That's all.
That's it.
Okay, and then it goes back to the normal reality.
6-legged, one-armed. You only put one thumb.
You only saw one up.
Right.
So, what is this horrible Cronenberg you're talking about?
What Chum saw. And how he interpreted it.
And of course, the other
okay.
question is, if you're concerned about potential Proteus converts being shot at, you've also got to rely on the fact of whether or not you actually saw the thumbs up anything.
He was looking at the time.
He was looking cool.
Whether Chum is the true arbiter of reality in any sense.
His own reality, baby.
I honestly don't know what to do.
I'm looking at a skeleton.
And considering your trident only gives you impressions as more than it does words at times, unless it sings it in a shanty.
Let it sing.
Is it angry that the kobolds now, or is it angry that the kobolds are getting hurt? I'm so confused.
Well, I think it's angry at you damning your god.
The kobolds didn't get hurt though.
Okay, that's what it's saying. I said God, not Proteus.
You just say goddamn.
No.
That's right, Proteus be damned.
Knows it.
Are you going to hold up your god now? Damn it!
No.
Damn the water god!
What really irritates me is Whelm is a weapon of Proteus. Do you think he can create water? No, but you know what he can do?
No.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe wall of fucking fire.
You're an idiot.
I can fucking talk to fish, but do you think I can create water? No.
There's some mould here for you to burn, except it looks like it's healthy mould. The good kind.
You know what? I'm going to stand sentinel and do fuck all because I'm so confused.
Understandable.
As you stand sentinel like that, you see his trident ignite in flame, giving off a very noble sort of stance with the flaming trident.
Oh, good. He can cast light.
Yeah, why didn't we bother doing a torch earlier?
I'll look over and go.
You had a source of light all
I'll
the
look over
time.
and look at Will and go, and what can you do? And it's like,
And you feel a jolt through you.
Yeah,
fair enough.
and a lack of tongue.
No, he has got that far yet.
So is it growing extra long now?
I don't
Yeah, has he stopped going yet?
It stopped growing at the normal length.
Is it normally?
Yeah.
Oh, I want it to be just a little bit longer. For my next day with my book.
So you want it to be longer?
You lick your eyebrows, didn't you?
Okay, so it's now 3 inches longer than it was.
Like significantly a little
Do you want
bit
to stop now?
I'm concerned that it may keep growing.
Yeah.
There's no concern on the dwarf side at all. I'll go, I'll stop now because I won't swallow anymore and go, I'm happy. No.
You have trouble talking because your tongue's so long?
That's right, you got a tongue toffee.
No,
Yeah.
when I go.
You got to roll it up in the... Oh.
It's okay. I'll go, I see advantages of this, not now, but later. And I'll just hang it over for 1 year or something like that. I don't know.
Tongue toffee. Coming up.
Anyway, I'm still looking at the skeleton anyway, so. Yeah.
Okay, so as you're looking at the skeleton,
It looks back.
it does.
It does?
Yes, but it doesn't do anything.
It's playing dead.
Jeremy. Yeah.
And you see it's got a short sword next to it, and a silver dagger with a black dragon skin wrapped handle.
I wonder if that's his.
Does the dagger have my name on it?
Yeah.
It's the first question I usually
Written
ask.
in Bradshaw.
Well, let's find out.
Oh, no.
Which room are we in? You doing the loot tables?
We're just looking at the treasure at the moment.
You
I
actually
found.
got it.
You're right.
Okay, so while you're checking to see if it's got a name on it, the bit of mold it sits on actually spews spores in your face.
Eat face!
Yep. And it's the anti-tongue spores.
That's all I've got.
Okay, so would a 20 hit your armor class?
It does, yes.
No money, literally, Bradshaw Bane.
Right.
Would a 19 hit your armor
Keeper.
class?
No, it is my own class.
Okay, so you get hit twice.
It's okay.
First taking 4, then 3 points of necrotic damage.
Ooh.
How deep was this pit you went down in?
Oh, dwarf height? I don't know.
Yeah. So shallow.
It is It is deeper than it looks because the fungi have been growing up and out of it.
You can't walk on fungi.
So it means that even if we were looking, we don't know where you are right now. You disappeared.
Okay, so as that's happening, what do you guys wish to do with the nice flaming trident beside you?
Are the shriekers dead?
The shriekers appear to be smouldering away.
Well, they've stopped shrieking.
All right.
But I'll actually... How long is the corridor again?
The corridor is about 70 feet.
70 feet. Okay. I will move down and then dash so I can move... can technically...
So if you rush down the corridor, the kobolds went right.
Yeah, I can technically move up to 90 feet. So basically I'm going to be going down to the end of the corridor and we'll look down to see if I can see which way, see them running away.
No, they've gone out of sight.
They've gone out of sight? Okay. And how far was the corridor down that way that they could have gone to? Before the first turn?
60 feet before it turns to the right.
Considering how quickly I was able to get to the end of it, I should be reasonably confident that the kobolds shouldn't have been able to get to the end of that before I got there.
Because you firebolted and they ran as you firebolted,
yeah,
they could have spent their entire action. They could have moved as an action as well as and done it and gotten around the corner.
Okay, so there's enough time for them to get away. Okay, happy with that. I will just take a hide position. Well, actually, I've used 3 actions for that, getting down to the end of the corridor to have a look. So I
you
will,
can
for the
just
moment,
basically stay at the
take a look at that moment and just hide at the corner there and watch to see if I can spot them returning.
Okay, so what Playman's standing guard at the other end of the passageway, so you can see quite clearly down there. And what would Chum like to do?
How high is the ceiling?
The ceiling here is about 15 feet.
Alright, well I'll walk up the wall and along the ceiling towards where we last saw Bradshaw.
Okay, you are walking through mould.
The mould is on the ceiling as well.
Oh, no, I want to avoid mould.
You're not on a solid surface. The moulds are on the floor.
Every surface had mould.
Alright then. I'll just walk normally and call out to Bradshaw.
Okay.
What, you expecting a response? I mean, as far as we know, he still hasn't got a tongue.
Oh, I thought we saw his tongue grow. And he was talking.
He was still a fair way away.
Have you forgot? Do you still remember how to talk,
He hasn't
Bradshaw?
spoken out loud since the shrieker stopped yelling.
That's right, because the
But we heard. I thought you said we heard him.
You heard him before, yeah.
You may have heard a little bit, but
Only because I rolled 20 on the set.
Yeah, but you might have only heard a gark.
No, you heard a ooh tongue, and that's what you heard. Yeah.
Okay, as you walk towards him, are you walking normally? You can walk normally.
As opposed to skipping through the tulips?
No, I'd like to walk carefully. I don't want to stir the mould up.
Tiptoe through the tulips.
So that means if you move at
Like
half speed, then you don't disturb the.
I'll go half speed then.
And you're walking carefully around stuff.
Yeah, don't want to disturb it. But I want to know where Bradshaw went.
Okay, so Bradshaw.
So short sword and dagger.
Yep, and something underneath
And
it that
mouthful
just
of duck.
sprayed stuff in you.
So something underneath that as well. Huh?
Yep.
Can I pick it all up?
Give me a nature roll.
Ooh, this is gonna be fun. A7.
I'd say with advantage because it is part of your racial theme.
A17.
Okay, you recognise it as a violet fungus, a creature that is as large as you that you're sitting on top of. That deals necrotic damage when
you jump on it.
When it sprays people with its musk. Basically, it dissolves you away.
Okay.
Starting with tongues.
But what I want to do is pick up the items and get out of that thing.
And the items are on it, so
Oh, in the actual fungus.
they're actually sitting in the fungus. Yeah.
There's a reason the skeleton died here.
Okay, can I pull it out of the fungus?
You could.
I'm going to take damage. Yeah, well, no. That's fair enough. One copy to cop that.
Okay, so give me a strength check.
Strength, okay. Ooh, what's the one good thing I can do? Oh, I thought I could do good. 13.
13. Okay, you have no problem pulling the sword and the dagger out.
And I want to use my movement to get out of it.
Okay, as you leave its area, it attacks you again.
That's fair enough.
Because you're basically walking across it to get out. So it hits an armor class of 11.
Miss.
You actually manage to get your head above the spores.
Yep.
And get out of there.
Okay.
He can't follow you.
Okay, I get to go. Okay. And I go, and I look around and I see you coming at me. I go, huh? And I go, and I'm about to talk because my time's a bit long. And I go.
So what you're saying is, once again, he's dropped his hammer. As he brandishes a dagger and a short sword.
I don't think I'm as devoted to whatever religion he's pushing as for Claymans. I mean, he hasn't proselytised for a particular god.
Yeah.
I wouldn't let him away before we got there.
But I guess we're not dwarves, so we don't count.
He does have the hammer on his side.
And I have a little tongue sticking out of my head first. Just a little more.
Right.
He seems to have his tongue back. It's longer.
Does he need help getting out of
It's
the hole?
pinker.
Or?
No, he got out without any problems.
Okay.
Okay, so I've checked the both holes out. And I go, did somebody miss the cobalt?
Yeah, there was a 3-headed kobold, but it ran off.
3-headed. Well, 3-headed kobolds, ever heard of those before?
I don't think they really exist, your hammer says.
Would I get bonus points?
Nope. Graboids don't count on the list.
Don't.
I have no beef with dragons.
Good point. Okay. And while I'm getting out and looking around, I'm carefully on the other side, walking back to the entrance.
Yep.
And then I'll have a look around what else I see around the place. So.
Okay,
But that's another round.
So you've all gathered at the everyone.
Well, okay, if I'm happy they're not coming through, I will, walk there for a round or two and then
you all gather back at the
Flaming Trident.
Century of Clayman with the Flaming Trident.
The flaming water trident.
Hey,
I'll actually, in that case, if we gather there, I'll actually duck just inside the room with the mould, so therefore I'm again, if the kobolds come through and shoot up the corridor, I'm not actually in line.
Hey, Clayman, your trident's on fire.
I am well aware, I know. And it's concerning and doesn't make a lot of sense, but I'm just gonna let it go, don't worry.
And it's good to hear you talking again. Oh, leader.
What did you... don't call me leader. I'm not... What?
Talking about the dwarf.
The dwarf's the leader.
I gotta...
If he is leader, then we are going to hell.
Okay, and as you say that sort of stuff, there is a halo formed over the top of Bradshaw.
What the shit?
What?
And it lights up the area with about a 40-foot light around you, and then about another 40 foot of dim light.
From the hammer?
No, from the halo around his head.
From the halo around his head.
Right.
It's not even touching him.
Halo. Okay. What did Proteus do?
It's not me. What the fuck?
I said, you charmed a 3-headed kobold, then your thing went on fire, and then this happened. Sorry, but I'm putting
No. I did not charm some stupid freak kobold. That was the other idiot.
But then, no, right. So, I found a 3-headed kobold, I called him a leader, and then suddenly he's got a halo. Everything's coming up chum.
and I go, he does have a point. I said, at least it's better than that.
It's not fucking known.
Okay.
Since the light's so good in this room, I'm going to look around and see if there's actually any markings or anything like that I can see
Two barbarians fighting
amongst the mould.
You have to pretty much scrape off a couple of centuries of fungi build-up to see what's on the
I'll use my dagger and just
Can you burn
scrape
it?
away in a couple of spots just
Can the trident guy burn all the mould off?
to see if I can work out, what this room was, whether it was actually an arboretum or effectively...
From what you can see of the little bits you scrape off, it was an arboretum, and basically this is probably the biggest fortune in rare herbs that you've ever come
Pharmaceuticals.
across.
Right.
Yep.
And you can quite easily burn it away if you wish to, as you can start hearing the crackling and burning sound. Looking around you, everything within 40 foot of the dwarf is burnt away.
By the halo.
I'm going down to the alcove at the end of the western passage
I'm happy to scrape some up if it's valuable.
Okay. Halo. Hey, Dimitri, I found this short sword and dagger. Do you want to have a look at these things for me?
I don't want to get that close to you. I'm looking at the alcove down the end of the western passageway.
What's the range of detect magic?
Okay,
So identify. Do you do identify?
I can if he wants to.
He's a proper wizard. He knows the stuff that the other wizards didn't know.
Looking in the alcove, it looks as if it was where they would have gotten a lot of their water and nutrients from.
A bit of water fountain area type stuff, yep. So, but obviously there's no water still trickling through or anything like that. No.
But is there a scientific explanation for the halo?
I attempt to stab Halo with Wave.
Okay, as Wave enters into the halo, the fire goes out.
But the halo stays?
Yep.
Ha-ha! Whelm is more powerful than... And you're
But it's not... Whelm doesn't give you the halo, does it? Or is it the dagger? How about you put one of the daggers... Is it a dagger or a sword?
Well, I picked up a short sword, I picked up a dagger,
alright.
And I don't know.
Put one of them down.
I'm hanging on to the dagger. I'm putting the short sword down.
Alright.
Yep, the short sword's on the ground now.
How about the halo?
The halo's still on you.
Alright, now put the dagger down.
No. I don't trust you guys with the dagger.
Alright, if I step 40 feet over here, and we're nowhere near you, just put it on the ground as a scientific test.
Look at eyeing off Dimitri the whole time.
Dimitri's been wandering to the first alcove, nothing there. He'll go back around and head up towards the northern alcove.
I'll put it down on the floor.
Okay.
As he goes past, he'd recommend that you might want to leave the room.
Sorry, what?
I've just asked him to make a saving throw.
That's not good. A 9.
He puts it in his belt.
So he doesn't drop it,
No.
but the halo stays?
Put it down.
Alright, how about if you put the hammer down?
Why would I put down well?
Because we're doing a scientific test to see which weapon causes the halo.
Well, do you cause a halo?
I cause lots of things.
Did you produce a halo?
Sure, he says.
Can you do an insight check on a voice in your head?
Can I put it
That
inside?
you've always believed.
Because I got +3 on inside. An 18 on the weapon.
But has Whelm ever lied to you before?
Yeah, many times.
Well, he's not particularly believable on this stage.
You're very funny, Will.
He's lied about the dwarves
You
being
asked
the
the
superior race.
I said, for that, I'm going to put you down in the dirt.
Give me a will save throw. Wisdom saving throw.
For Will.
Yep.
Really? Well, that's even worse than that one. 4.
Okay.
6 seconds.
You managed to hit yourself in the shins with Whelm.
And not put it down.
And then, have Whelm on your shoulder, banging into your helmet.
Okay. Can we just prove something here so it's not you causing the halo, okay? That's all I want to know.
Why would he want to prove that he not caused the halo? He said he did.
Look, can we just get this over and done with, because they're not going to believe me whatever happens, okay? I'll try again.
Okay.
Roll again?
Yes.
Oh, damn you. 15.
15. Yes, you hit yourself in the other shin.
I'll try it again. 15 again.
And apparently this time you actually managed to put Whelm down on your foot.
Okay.
And then pick it up again.
Is it on the ground or not?
It sort of rolls off your foot onto the ground.
Okay. Is the halo still there?
Yep. I'm attuned to you still, but you get this voice out in your head. Normally it says, it's been telling you up until now that you can only talk to it if you're touching it.
Okay.
Apparently it lied about that too.
Oh, really?
Well, it's talking in your head and you're not touching it right now. Or at least you don't think you are.
I look at the dagger.
You've actually got illusionary magic and it made you think you put it down.
I look at the dagger.
Your head.
And I go... new dagger thing. Did you cause this halo? I talk to it.
Whelm goes in a different voice.
No, even Whelm did it! Whelm made the halo!
With a really bad impersonation of a gnomish voice. No, I didn't cause a halo at all.
It wasn't me. It was that glorious hammer that you hold. It's a wonderful artifact. You should never let it out of your sight ever again.
Don't know why you picked anything else up.
Why did you pick up a blunt, dirty, rusty old dagger like me?
I pick up the hammer, put it aside.
Yep.
Okay.
That's much better. Yes, much more appropriate.
I look at the dagger. Can I read anything on the dagger? Is there any symbols or anything like that? Or?
Okay, give me a...
You're a fuck sword.
This time I'm going to say an intelligence check.
Okay, let's move on. Oh, 18.
Okay, as you look closely at the dagger, you see it start to form stuff up the blade of the dagger. As you're looking closely at it, the thing you're dreading the most appears. Your name.
What?
Emblazoned. You feel the back of your neck itch and ache.
I start panting and kind of into a kind of fit kind of thing, and just looking around, just looking at all.
And
these-
you just know exactly where you want to stick that dagger.
Do I?
Yes, will save.
Shit.
Was it back of the head or something?
Yeah, so there's a slot in the helmet.
You're right.
Wisdom saving throw.
Mine.
Bink!
There is some free rerolls.
I'm doing the free roll.
Okay, take the roll.
Another one?
You
Oh,
only
two
get one
save?
reroll on it.
Oh, you
roll
can't.
per roll.
So, what do we see?
You see him look at the dagger and then go, pook! So you deal yourself 10 points of piercing damage to the back of the neck.
And you know this is all your own fault. Because what did your doom say?
Your best
You would
friend.
get stabbed in the head, like with a
Do
dagger, from your best friend.
Do I notice myself doing this, or do I just feel that it gets done kind of thing?
You feel the entire horror of everything happening, and you don't have free will as you stab yourself in the back of the neck.
I pass out because I'm going. That's it, Bradshaw. You're gone. And I just faint directly on the floor.
Well,
There's a loud thump.
with a lot of blood coming out the back of your head.
Oh,
So it's not technically a near-death experience. It's a presumed death experience.
Do I drop the dagger when I fall? Faint? Or?
Well, no, it's stuck in
You
your
don't
head.
know, and I think we'll end the session there tonight.
Oh, damn you. Lose a tongue. Get hit. Really? What? This is all around me at the moment, this whole thing. I knew I should have picked up the dagger, but I had to do it anyway, so. This is why I wanted Dimitri to look at the dagger, but anyway, it's okay.
I'm sure he's happy to tell you how cursed it is.
Okay.
Yes.
It's an interesting night.
Alright,
You know what he could be about that marker?
we'll talk to you all
The
later.
fact that
Okay, I'll talk to you later, David.
See you, David.
So yeah,
So,
I was actually just showing Martin
That's-
like half an hour ago the comment on my character sheet about the +2 dagger of returning that Dimitri has held for significant number of sessions, which is specifically blessed by Vanya, the goddess of battle, as Bradshaw Bane.
I'm not.
Do extra damage to you.
It's alright.
but that's not it.
It's
different dagger.
not Bradshaw's curse.
I'm only like only 15 points down or something like that. 15 points. It's like not much at all. It's like,
Okay,
but it's
so-
more than just the whole
fainting.
theory in my head is like, I'm seeing myself stabbing myself in the back. So it wasn't anyone else. It was me.
Game over.
It was
Killing
always
myself.
your friend. You weren't
always
really
me
make
on.
friends with anybody else because
Yeah.
you were scared of having been stabbed.
You
in
were
the head
your
by a
own best friend.
That's
Me
right.
or-
I'm going to now stop the recording.